Well, I'm here. I don't know where my image is. It was here. Well, welcome, guys. We're already having technical difficulties. It wouldn't be a NOVAtazz podcast without one. Hopefully you guys can hear me, even though you can't see me at the moment. I will get that sorted out here in a second. Did it move it? Yeah, that's not right. Alright, hold on a second. I am figuring this out. I will fix it here in a second. Welcome, Iron Horse. I am working on figuring out why it's not capturing the right thing. There we go. Alright. Looks like we're showing up okay. Good. Well, welcome aboard to another episode of NOVAtazz's Automotive Podcast, episode 21, season 3. I ended up having to take a couple weeks off. Work conflicted with the podcast time. Holidays as well. So, back this week. I don't know if I'm going to have an issue in the next couple of weeks. We'll see. Do have some big announcements, and I'm going to kind of give you guys here in the live stream a little bit of an early access to some good news from the channel. Hopefully some more the ability to create content again instead of just these live streams. As you know, anybody who's followed the channel recently knows I do not have access to a shop or a place to work on my vehicles. My vehicles are pretty much scattered all over the place again. So the Trans Am is down in Lancaster, PA, thanks to our good buddy Chris from Firebird Nations. There is Stuff with Cletus joining us today.
Hey, going.
So, yeah, as you guys know, my stuff has been scattered all over the place. My Trans Am is down in Lancaster. My Novas are at my girlfriend's dad's house. My truck is out front, but really can't do anything spectacular with it while it's sitting in the street. Not that I haven't replaced a whole engine in the middle of a city street before, but yeah, not doing that again. It's been a while, Cletus.
I'm telling you, it's been crazy.
You have been knocked off your throne.
Oh, I'm sure of that. I figured that would happen pretty quick.
Actually, it's happened a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not only have you been knocked off your phone, your throne, but you've also lost quite a ground in the points race as well.
Yeah, I can believe that as well.
I do believe it's who is killing it. Let's see if we can figure that one out.
All right.
Let's see. Hopefully it'll tell us who's killing it. But anyway, so yeah, so I have some pretty big news. Me and my partner Jess, we have been looking for a home.
Mm-hmm.
And we have stumbled on a very, very good possibility. Does have garage space. So with a little bit of renovation, it could be what we need for the shop, for the channel. We got Chris. Chris is in the chat. Though I don't know when this is happening.
And is it one that has multiple offers?
We are beyond that point.
Okay, good.
We are beyond our offer was accepted, but now it's a matter of the loans, the banks, the inspections, all that fun stuff.
Or you're past the part you've been having trouble with.
Yeah, so. we have gotten past the first hump. There are still other humps in the way. I didn't want to. I have not announced it on Facebook or anywhere else because didn't want to jinx it, and hopefully this isn't jinxing it here. But it does look like it is a pretty good possibility. We had our first inspection. There was a few little issues that the current owner is going to fix. But I've never been through this process before, so I don't know what all is left before there is actual signing of paperage and what else could go wrong. So,
well, are they having to fix it? Or are they volunteering to fix it?
Well, I don't think anything was deemed like everything that was being fixed. I think was deemed marginal.
Okay. So nothing found in the inspection stopped them from proceeding without it being fixed.
Right, I don't think so. But it was stuff
awesome.
that we, in the whatever the agreement we have between the seller and us for the inspections, that we had asked them to fix, and they had agreed to it. So
sure, yeah. Well, I guess I know it can hold it up a long time to get it re-inspected and all. So it's. They're doing it because you've all agreed upon it, not because it's going to stop the loan.
This house actually never ended up on the market.
Oh, nice. That's a good way to do it, right?
Yeah. Chris, we can hear ourselves in your.
That's a good way. Yeah, I'm getting there.
Yeah, this was a friend of our realtor so she kind of got us in the door before he put the offer out to everybody.
Enough letdowns, I'm guessing that's a good thing. After enough letdowns and you putting in offers and getting turned down, or somebody accepting other offers or whatever.
Yeah, so I mean that also contributed to the reason why there wasn't some live streams in here and there. Plus, my work is being really stupid. We're so short staffed, and they're not making the situation any better. And I got mandated as a supervisor to work a direct care staff. A direct care shift at a house that wasn't even mine.
Oh,
so yeah, that was the one. It was the night before the live stream, and I had to work an overnight. Which by the time I got home, and eventually fell asleep, I got up, and it was like basically like 5-6 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? You get up, and by the time I start doing this live stream, it's like 8:30. So, like, it would have left, like, 2 hours of being awake before starting this live stream, and it's just like, no, I needed to be able to have some sort of weekend.
Sure.
But, yeah, so we haven't been on we've been spotty for the last month as far as being up here on live.
I haven't been here, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, and I apologize to you guys out in the audience. Sorry, I'm going through some stuff. I mean, I wasn't expecting you to be doing live streams for 3 years to begin with. I mean, it originally just started just as a subsidiary to content because I didn't have access. I had access to a garage, but it wasn't convenient for me to get to it. And then I lost access to that garage. So it's really inconvenient to make content.
Well, it sounds like things may start turning around for you. It sounds like it's a huge possibility.
I mean, I have this whole modeling setup over here, which I've been plugging and chugging on that video for the crafting table. The problem is there's so much footage and it's so mixed up that it's probably just going to end up being just me talking about it instead of me showing how to make it. More of just a, hey, I did this thing, and here's a montage of how I did it. And then talking about more of the direction that part of the channel is going to take. Because, yeah, I'm not always going to be having the money to work on the cars, but I still have other hobbies and other creative outlets I'd like to use.
Well, not everything a lot of things on cars cost money, but not everything on the car costs money.
No. But the other thing is there'll be more content because the car will be, well,
you'll have somewhere to work on stuff.
If this goes through, it'll be in my backyard.
Well, plus you have the content of, hey, this is my new garage. Hey, this is what I'm doing to it. This is what I've done.
You have house content too.
Sure.
Because the house is going to be slowly brought back up to, basically modern styles, things like that. So there's going to be renovations of rooms and
some of that retro stuff's in now, man.
Huh?
Some of that retro look is in now.
Well, yeah, but we're still going to modernize it. I mean,
yeah. Well, you got to make it your house.
Yeah, and it'll end up being a smart house as well. So
okay.
There's
even if you bought a house
that
was already done, there's still going to be things you wanted to change.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you bought a house that's not needing renovation.
There's one room in this house that has been brought up to the one bathroom.
Modern times.
The one bathroom is pretty much kind of like modern styling.
Mm-hmm.
And the kitchen was done like 10, 15 years ago. So that's kind of, but I mean, it's got white appliances that are definitely yellow. That's how old they are. Like that 90s cool, white that always turns yellow.
So them are going to be your garage appliances now, is what I'm hearing.
Well, it's an overhead microwave.
Yeah.
So there's got no use for it. Just needs to go.
I've heard of people using old ovens to do powder coating.
That I can understand. And I don't think the oven is bad. But I think she's going to want to match everything to, I think, either black or stainless steel. She just likes that look.
Sure.
But I want to pop in the chat here and first off, before we do anything, you guys have all popped in here after I have been gone for way too freaking long. Guys should get the early loyalty bonus here.
Christmas in July. July's almost here.
Yeah. What the hell's going on here? Go away, ad. Wow, it's a really big X on that page, but literally the little hit box to click on it is so tiny. All right, let's go. Add points to all viewers. 10K.
Yeah, that's 8 million for me, but there's still people way in front of me.
Oh, they're way in front of you.
Which is crazy because last year or season, I guess it would be last year, I was way ahead of everybody, and I don't even think I had just over 1 million.
So. You were also donating the hell out of the freaking.
Yeah, well, I guess
donating
the points were different last year, maybe.
You guys have found the secret though with the
gambling. Yep. Well, and I think more people was involved with it this year.
Oh yeah, there's a lot more people in here.
Yeah, more
consistently
stream
than
involvement.
That was last year. I mean, last year we consistently had 5 or 6 people in here. We would bump up to 10 or 15, but they wouldn't be. It wouldn't be like a long time through the podcast, and it'd be here and there. This year, other than the fact that I've been spotty, we've had consistently between 5 and 10 people almost every live stream. So, and I am very much appreciative of everybody that's here, and hopefully we're going to be able to get to enjoy a lot more content with the, obviously if we get this place and I get settled in.
Sure.
Because, there's so much content to be had when you have your own place. I mean, geez, I'll have, instead of me sharing an office space with Jess, where I get part of this room, I'll have my own room. Jess will have her own space.
You'll have to make some stickers for my wall here. I've got a Nova up there.
I have stickers.
When I tagged you on Instagram, I tagged my Nova as you, but you didn't see me that one. That was me.
No,
that is my first car, the 4-door Nova there. So.
Yeah, I have stickers on Teespring, but you told me the other day that you've had issues with the Teespring shirts. Now, like I said,
the print was great. It's not cracking, it's not peeling, nothing like. But the shirt itself,
you have to find out
starting
which one it was, because
fade a bit, and then it's starting to get like little holes in it.
Yeah,
it's weird. I don't know.
I've always bought the premium shirts, which are like a blend. The
right,
blend.
And that's what you told me. I forgot which one I ended up buying. Like I said, it wasn't the cheapest one, but it wasn't the one you said, "Hey, you should buy this one."
The blend, the what is it? Gildan or Glendon shirts or whatever. Mm-hmm. Those are the better, cheaper shirts. You have to figure out what the tag is on the shirt, because
I'll look.
It does depend on, and I need that feedback too, because if that shirt keeps failing, then I'm going to pull that option off of the list.
Well, and it may not be every one of them. Maybe I got a bad one. It happens. I'm not. You have no control over it, of course. Mm-hmm.
No, I just put the design up.
And Teespring may not either. So.
Yeah, I just put the design up. I picked a different quality of shirts, set the price marks, and I wanted to have, like, you don't have a whole lot of money. Well, you can still get a shirt. You want a really nice shirt? Well, here's a really nice shirt. But I didn't want to just use the really nice shirts, because then if somebody doesn't have a whole lot of money and still wants a shirt, you know what I mean? Then they still have that option, because there's a cheaper price point.
Did you catch Robert's Garage Live the other day?
No, I did not.
It was pretty good. He had the two vehicles like in a corner and him sitting in front of it. It's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm. I did see
pretty neat idea.
Who you had on the other day.
Half-assed, yeah.
I have noticed that a lot of the people that I've had subscribed through the community, not competition, I'm not subscribed to anymore. I subscribe to most of them, and like the Sobering Restoration, he posted that really cool red classic car, and I went to go check out the video, and I went down through my subscription list, and I couldn't find it. So then I had to literally search his channel, and then it came up, and then I had to resubscribe to it because I wasn't subscribed.
You're not the first person I'm hearing that from, because I dropped like one day out of nowhere, I just dropped like 12 subscribers. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy in one day.
YouTube will do what they call a purge. And it's where they clean out people they feel that you aren't really watching. Now, no, I don't watch everybody's content all the time, because not everything somebody produces is something that, I want to watch. But it doesn't mean that I don't support you, or I don't, sometimes I'll catch the stuff on Instagram and I'll be like, oh, I want to go see that, or whatever. But I'm really weird. I like really weird stuff. I don't always like watching car content itself. Like today, I was watching them restore like a 1960s lathe. I love that stuff. Machines, mechanical stuff like that. I like car content, but normally it's the restoration stuff. I like seeing people bring something back.
You don't like the whistling diesel then?
No.
Or it's destroying beautiful cars?
I keep tabs on the drama through Life Apollos, if you've known that channel.
I don't know that channel.
Life Apollos is kind of more of like automotive news.
Okay.
So he basically follows, it started with just supercar content, but he basically follows all of the big YouTubers that are involved in automotive. And it's basically kind of like the, 15, 20 minutes of what's going on in automotive content today.
Sure.
I watch a lot of them.
Cool.
So, it lets me know, hey, do I really want to watch that episode that what's his name just put out, or is it just clickbait?
Well, if the news, like you're talking about, if it sounded interested to you, then maybe you would want to watch it.
Exactly.
So, that's good that you know about it.
But yeah, when it comes to I refuse to necessarily give Whistle and Diesel my view, unless it's something that's actual, like something legit. I don't like watching him destroy vehicles. I mean, granted, it's his vehicles. He can do what he wants with them. I don't care.
Of course.
Doesn't mean I have to watch it.
The only one that I watched, and it's the only one I would probably ever watch, was a squatted truck, because he showed the vehicle, and there's almost no saving that vehicle. Somebody had
most of the vehicles he gets
rigged it so bad.
Like the old classic Ford that he had was the same way. The vehicle looked good from a distance, but
it was he had a Toyota Hilux that I guess he had shipped over from overseas, and he destroyed it. But apparently he's trying to test out the durability of it or whatever.
But the thing is you think about it. What's that? Come on, awesome freaking show. Come on, Brandon.
Probably something I want to agree with you. You think it's awesome. I know what you're talking about.
It was a major. It's the major whatever. But they had.
I know what you're talking about, but I hated it. I don't like British accents. So.
Yeah, the British channel.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But they did the same thing to one.
I know.
So I mean, honestly, you really can't fault Whistling for doing it too.
Yeah, he did that, and apparently he did a Honda. Somebody was telling me he did a Honda Ridgeline not too long ago, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's like me. Like, I have a problem with donks or whatever. But the thing is, it's a mod. It can be reversed.
Sure.
So, like, even if you ruined that truck. No, you didn't. You didn't ruin that truck unless you literally destroyed the truck.
Well, I watched the squatted truck. It was bad. All the suspension, the frame had been cut into. The suspension was all messed up. Like barely hanging on.
Need to do that to squat
the bed was broke. I guess so. And maybe you don't.
Make any sense? Because
but this person did.
To me, it seems like lift the front. Don't
lower
lift the back. There you go. You got to squat.
Well, they lowered the back.
You could
put
the front, you could put a drop block in the back.
Sure.
You know, to me, that sounds like all you would really need to do to squat a truck. I mean, geez, they almost come. Well, they come the opposite way.
Yeah, when you have to level it out, people level the front.
Yeah. And I can't say Iron Horse. I can't say Whistle and Diesel has no skill. He's found a niche, and it works for him.
I mean, he's killing it.
And the thing is, his video quality and production and style aren't horrible.
If you want to see no skill, you go watch my channel. There's no skill there. It's just me messing around.
So, I mean, does what he do to most of us YouTubers, I mean, most of us automotive people, do we find it entertaining? Some of us do.
Well, sure.
I can't say. I mean, obviously, you don't get that big that quick if nobody is willing to watch it.
Of course. And as somebody told me this the other day, and I never thought about it that way, maybe he's getting people involved into automotive
that wouldn't be
stuff.
It wouldn't normally be. And the other thing is,
not saying that they wouldn't be originally, because they'll say, oh yeah, no, I don't like squatted trucks, I'd like to show what I could build.
One of the other thing is what he would and he explained this, and I completely understand how he explained it. He keeps one of these trucks and tries to restore it and everything else. He's dumping all of that money into that truck or whatever vehicle it is. Okay.
Sure.
He's not going to get as much return from it.
Yeah, well, the squatted truck, if he did repair it, at the end of the day, it's a 04 Chevy Silverado.
Yeah.
By the time you put that money in it, you could have bought 5 of them.
And the money that he made off of doing those videos paid for that truck probably 4 or 5 times over. So
I
if
promise
you look at it from a business
that's
point
probably
of view,
some. I haven't looked at his views, but I bet you, I'm willing to bet, if you went and looked at his videos, the squatted truck being murdered was one of the biggest videos he's had. Well, and he has some big videos, I know.
Hold on. I have 2 buddies, so I could go look it up.
So yeah, I've been on vacation past few weeks, and I just got back. It's I haven't watched any content. I've been trying to catch up past couple of days, and I've watched some, but there's a bunch I haven't watched that I have Melissa still watch.
Squatted truck gets mulched and sold in jars. Is that the one?
That's the last. He made like 3 videos out of it.
Oh, that one's got 1.7 million views.
That one's pretty new. That was a couple days ago.
Yeah, it's only 3 days old. 1.7 million views. Hopefully, I don't click on this and it starts making noise. Of course, it is. Anyway, it's got 1.7 million views, 9,000, almost 10,000 comments, 80,000 likes, and only 1,000 dislikes.
Yeah.
So I mean, just from that information alone, that's made him well over a couple $1,000s.
Yeah, and that's his
one video,
a newer video.
Not to mention
and it's
what
not
he
even
said
very old.
is he shredded it and is selling the pieces. So
Correct.
He's making even more money.
I've seen the video, and at the end of it, he's selling the parts. He's saying, whatever I make off, if I sell all these, I'm going to take that money to buy another squatted truck to destroy. But I'm going to, instead of just giving the people the money, he makes them sign a contract saying they won't build or buy another squatted truck. So
yeah, but I mean, the thing is
it's content.
It's content, and you can't really blame him for making money.
I mean, especially if it's working. If people are watching it and liking it and commenting, I mean, I would do it. Not, I would say I'd do it. If I didn't want to do it, I wouldn't. But if it was something I would like and people were liking it, I would keep doing it.
Right. And the thing is, there's different things when you have that many followers and viewers, there's things that you can get away with that to the normal person would cost them money. But that seesaw balance, the amount that it's costing you, the viewers are offsetting. So, yeah, I mean, you look at Street Speed. He did the one with the TRX and other things. And the thing is, when you get to a certain point, sometimes you make more money by destroying something than you do by or getting rid of something than you do by keeping it.
Sure.
It costs you money to keep something, no matter what it is.
Oh, for sure.
And, that's the reason why some YouTubers, they'll go through cars like candy because it's a business. And Mike has said this from Street Speed 717. They've said it too. They are... he has said it. He's like, I buy a vehicle, and when the views start dropping on its content, it's time to go.
Sure.
Either he gives it away in a raffle, with where he sells his merchandise, and every piece of merchandise gets you so many entries. Some cars are intentionally bought just for that purpose because that is his main business. YouTube is not technically Mike's main business.
Right. It's
a means to his business. His business is In Shane Designs, which he shares with Shane. That's his merchandise business, where he does merchandise for Frenchie's Bakery, RF Racing, I think Hoovie's Garage, a couple other ones. But that's his business. YouTube is just his advertising, you should say. Not that it doesn't get him money as well.
So on that thought though, you have your two Novas. So after you get all those parts off you needed, you could blow up or destroy that other Nova. People would love that.
If I had somewhere to do it.
Yeah.
But there's not going to be much left of it anyway. It's already just a shell. And as of right now, I intend to keep that shell around till I have the other shell finished. Because if I come apart, I mean that's free parts right there. So sure. If I need a piece of sheet metal, well, there's plenty of sheet metal on that car I can cut and bend and shape. Or it's got sheet metal that's already bent and cut to a specific shape depending on where I cut it off of. As long as that part isn't already rusted, I'll have that part. So that car will probably end up just getting left in the other bay until I have the good car almost done. When it gets to the point to where all of the major metal work is done, I can get rid of the other shell. But the whole front of that car is going on the new car. Fenders, subframe, rad support, all of that stuff is going on the new car.
Since you're going to have a garage, you could take the fascia, the grill, and the headlight stuff off the one that you're not going to use and put it up
I don't have
as a decor. You don't have it?
No, it's gone.
Yep.
I'm not sure if you've seen much of the Gray Nova, but it literally came to me.
Yeah, you showed me some pictures how it was supposed to come and how it showed up.
Right,
so.
I sold the hood. I do believe I do have the front grille. Most of the headlight stuff was gone. The front rad support was garbage. There wasn't even much left of it to even fix. The front subframe is twisted. So there's not much of that car. I bought that car for the frame, for the main body. And whatever I could sell off of that car, I did to pay for the car itself. You know, I basically took my rent money, went and bought a car, and then expected to be able to sell parts off of that car that I didn't need because I already had them to pay for the car, which worked out pretty well. I ended up literally covering everything that I paid for.
Yeah, well, it would have showed up like you had originally thought.
I would have made more money.
More money.
And I would not necessarily only made money, but there was parts on there that I wanted to keep for my own personal car.
Sure.
There was a set of
the
classic
wheels, right.
centerline all aluminum beadlock rims on it. That would have been sweet to have. But they weren't on the car when I went and picked it up. Some other stuff. If they wouldn't have messed up the quarter panels, I could have sold the brand new quarters that I've been hoarding. I could have sold them.
Well, you know what the all-important saying is, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's in the past. I'll deal with what I got now.
Sure.
I have not been. I saw somebody say what was Streamlabs. The person. That's my moderator. It's my automated moderator.
Iron Horse Garage. He's wondering what it is. I guess you've never seen it.
Iron Horse. I do believe that's I believe that's Kat's friend, isn't it?
Katarina? I don't know.
I do believe that's her friend.
I know I got a sticker right here. They're in Idaho, so.
Oh, maybe not. Who's the? No, I forget who.
I watched your channel. If you haven't checked out their channel, you should. It's pretty good stuff.
I have checked out so many channels. Sometimes it gets
right. They're all blended.
I get Robert's Garage's truck mixed up with somebody else. Is it Morsky? I get their
Roy
two trucks mixed up.
Or
I get their teal trucks mixed up. But I have
Roy Marco
ADHD,
has
so
I think it's a C50,
yeah.
C50 or whatever, and then almost the same color as Robert's C10.
Well, speak of the devil, he just popped in. Roy Marco just popped in.
Yeah, there he is. We were just talking crap about him. Now we got to stop.
But no.
Just kidding, Roy. You're awesome, man.
It is one of those things where I have ADHD and I watch so much different stuff. Sometimes, unless I start binge watching a build, I get stuff mixed up as to who I've watched, what I've watched. Yeah, you guys are going to have fun deciding what I'm drinking today. It is going
sounds
to be
like
so
some fruity,
far
girly
out
drink
in left
or something.
field. Huh?
Sounds like some fruity, girly drink, maybe.
Oh, it's not. It's not.
Oh.
Though, it does need a cork topper.
So, have you tried one of the White Claws?
No.
They are disgusting.
Nope, never had one.
I was like, I'm here. I'm going to try one, It's not good.
We have Firebird
What's up, Darren?
And Half-Assed
What's going on?
Garage. Welcome aboard. I do believe this is the first time you've been on my channel.
It is. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. This is...
Had to put the side shot of the Ram this time.
Oh, I like
Yeah,
the
well,
steps.
I didn't have my other laptop out here, so I welded up that radiator, the tabs on it, and then I got your notification, and I had forgotten about it because I was like,
froze up, huh?
all into it.
It's me.
Am I froze?
I was saying, I guess he froze up, but I guess it's my internet because everybody froze
looks
up.
good on my screen. Guess most of you guys probably know Half-Assed Garage. And I brought back Chris. He had popped out for a bit. But let's I don't know if I'm not sure Half-Assed if you know the whole deal with this podcast. It's just general garage hangout chit chat. There's no rules. There's no general discussion that we must talk about. It's just wherever we decide to take it, wherever the chat in the YouTube lobby decides to take it. If you want to see the comments in YouTube, you have to have the YouTube Live pulled up to be able to see the comments, because they will not display up here in StreamYard. Because I'm not technically going live from StreamYard. I'm going live from Streamlabs,
Okay.
which is my OBS, which is my broadcasting system.
Yeah, I've used that before. I've watched your videos or your streams with Katarina, so
Oh, okay.
I'm a little bit familiar with it.
Are you up there? Or are you up in Canada?
No.
Oh,
He's
no.
Detroit, Michigan
Detroit.
area.
No, oh, he means when I've had Cat up here on the
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Well, since you can't read the comments yet, Darren, you got Robert saying hi or what's up or whatever. And then you have Iron Horse saying, "Don't worry, half fast, full fast is here."
Right on. Yeah, I'm pulling up the chat now.
Yeah.
There we go.
So if you don't know about that, Nova, half fast and Iron Horse were in a lawnmower race challenge area. Yeah, I like that cup.
It's a great cup.
They were in a lawnmower race challenge, and there's a lot of shade being thrown both ways. So you got to watch them videos; they're pretty funny.
I know there's a couple YouTube channels that I watch that work on lawnmowers. I think one of them is actually Shade Tree.
I don't think either one of these guys actually work on lawnmowers, but they're just racing their stock riding lawnmowers and talking a bunch of crap. But yeah, you got to watch it.
All right, well, we're gonna pop right into our first segment. We do have some fun segments, more just for conversation starters than anything else. But because I want to get this one out of the way, we're gonna go with our first one. Where are my banners? There they are. We're just gonna put this one down here on the bottom here. Where is it? There it is. What's in the cup? We'll start since half fast. Since you're the first, you're the newest. In this segment, we basically just go, "What are you drinking tonight?" It doesn't have to be alcoholic. It's just whatever you got in your cup.
My go-to all the time is unsweetened iced tea.
There you go. Oh, can't beat that.
That's a Yankee kind of thing right there, ain't it?
It is. I can't deal with the 4 pounds of sugar in every cup of Southern sweet tea.
Yeah.
All right, Cleet. What you got in your cup tonight?
I have nothing today. In fact, a few minutes I'll have to go get some. I'll probably just grab water though.
Cup?
I don't have a cup at all.
Oh damn! You really?
I did not. I wasn't prepared. I guess I was trying not to be late. But.
Oh, that's fine. All right, Chris. Chris, you're up. What you got?
So we got a glass of black sweet tea from Panda Express and a bottle of our usual vitamin water.
That's a little short on the order there.
Yeah, well, I got a whole cooler if that counts beside me.
Normally, Chris has like 6 drinks lined up.
Trucking.
Sugar-free lemonade and sugar-free the other.
Let's see. Roy Marco's drinking water. That's Miss Formie says water again.
Well, we got 2 waters.
And I'm gonna say Pilot's not drinking his Ice House because
he's
they're having
coffee,
a shortage
no
everywhere.
Ice House. Damn.
Well, Ice House are having
coffee.
a shortage, so that's what he was saying. I was kind of worried about
Oh,
it.
there's an Ice House shortage?
Apparently so.
Oh no.
Up where he's at.
That's because somebody's got a whole freaking like shed full of it stocked up somewhere. Freaking pour it in the freaking trash bags and throw it in the back of their car.
He's a Miller. He's drinking a Miller.
Ew. Oh,
hey, better than Ice House.
Pilot.
Just kidding. I haven't had Ice House. You know, Miller is better than Bud Light, though, and I don't think anybody can change my mind about that.
Miller is better than Bud.
That's not saying much, but
we're talking in small quantities here.
Of course.
But anyway, here's a good look, complete with a free advertisement for Cletus's channel. There's a good look at what I'm drinking. It is not brown. It is more of like a burgundy color. Just because
rum?
It's not rum.
Bourbon?
Nope. I'm going to give you a clue. It is not what you consider a typical alcohol. You got to think a little bit outside the box for this one. And if somebody gets it, I'll give them a ridiculous amount of freaking Nova cash, which we all know doesn't really mean anything. But
is it something you usually mix with other alcohols?
I'm not. That I gave you my things. It is
not.
It is not. I wouldn't say it's not a traditional alcohol, but it is not something that you would see the average person drinking.
Brandy?
It's not brandy. It's not hard
Amaretto?
cider.
Grenadine.
Cognac?
Nope.
Not amaretto?
Mm-mm. Yeah, I think a little more old school.
Jenkum?
Mm-mm.
More old school than that. Mm.
We're talking old school, old school.
Some kind of scotch, I get. Well, no. You said most people drink it, huh?
It's not a whiskey, so no scotch.
It's not a rum.
It's not a rum. It's not a whiskey.
Is it urine? No.
Yes.
No.
You got it. Give him the points.
If my urine was this color, I would be needing to see a doctor because I'm pretty sure my kidneys are bleeding.
I'm curious what it is. Is it Screwball? No, it would. That's not old.
It's old school. Traditional
Mad
old
Dog.
If we was running around the rescue squad, I'd see those damn ass girls drinking Zima with grenadine.
I'm lost. I don't know.
Either I'm not that old or I just don't drink.
Think pagan.
Pagan?
Oh, Mead.
What'd you say it was, Cletus?
Mead.
Yes, it's mead.
Huh.
It is alcohol made with honey.
It's
Made
really
from
good
honey,
stuff.
isn't it?
Huh?
Made from honey, isn't it?
Yep. Made from honey.
Yeah.
And in
Stuff's
fact, this
incredible.
one is called Rebel Hive.
Nice.
I have this one, and this one's elderberry. And then I have more of just a base mead sitting downstairs.
It's good stuff.
Oh yeah,
There's a place around here called Dragon Mead.
yeah. This
And
one's
it's,
made local. This one's made right here in Reading, PA.
Nice.
And it is really good shit.
Yeah, it's a little sweet for me, but I like mead now and then.
Well, it depends on.
Miss
depends on which
Formy's
one,
been
'cause some of
screaming
them are a
mead
little more
down in your
tart than
chat.
others.
Oh, yeah, she. Oh, yeah, Miss Formy said it a few times, so.
Oh, did she?
Yes.
Yeah, but
With
I
it-
don't
with,
believe she said that before Cletus said it.
She didn't the second time. She may have the first time. The
Um,
second time, she put it in all capital letters with exclamation points. So I think she was trying to get a point, or the point across.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I didn't see. I saw the hard cider comment, but that was the last one I saw before I heard you say. Same time she said. All right, I'll give it to both of you.
With the delay that the chat runs in, it's not hard to be expected.
Right.
Sure.
So I'll give it to both of you. Let's see if I can find you guys. You guys are both up to the top, so this shouldn't be too hard. Well, Cletus, Miss Formy's at the top. So. let's
Oh,
see.
wow.
I missed it before I bumped out.
Do you guys want
Guy
to
was
see
number
the
5. So.
Did Pilot say something about having to have a medical procedure? That's why he don't have a lot of his drinks.
You guys want to see the only actual thing I've ever TIG welded in my life? Actual like real thing that's supposed to work?
What?
Yeah, let's see. Is that what you had on Instagram earlier?
No. I was practicing for this, and this came out way worse. Hang on, I'll go get it.
Oh, no. Well, I do like that Dodge. That's the Prospector right there. You could tell.
Damn right.
Have you seen Sons of Anarchy?
No, I don't watch TV.
Well, it's been off for a while now. They've ended it, but there's a truck on there, and it's a Prospector.
Oh wow,
The brackets.
It's not terrible.
that's pretty nice work.
you can't see them very well, I'll tell you that. This is a test one. This is the one
Right
I
before you
learned
weld
my
on your
buddy.
expensive one.
Yeah, this one's expensive too, $200, but it was already on my buddy's supercharged international. So
It looks like it
I think
kissed the fan a little bit.
Yeah, that was from my buddy
Supercharged
Elroy.
International?
Yeah, if you go on my channel and look at the video where I said that the Mopar, there's damage on the 360 from Chrysler or Mopar. There's like a walk around of his 63 International pickup that he's got a stroker, 383 supercharged. It's a sweet truck.
I guess I missed that one. I'll have to go back and look.
10.6 and a quarter, I think. All steel.
Not faster than that new Ford Lightning, huh?
I don't know. I haven't seen the new Ford Lightning. I didn't know.
Oh,
there-
come on. Yes.
I'm in my cave doing stuff. I don't even know
0 to
what's going
60 in less than 4 seconds. Come on.
on. What?
Iron Horse.
it's electric.
I'm Scottish and Irish as well.
Is it an all-wheel drive truck?
It's all-wheel drive, electric vehicle. Yep.
Oh, electric. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It's a lightning electric. Yeah.
Ew. That does
Come
not
on
exist.
Well, didn't they say that they're going to stop producing like ICE engines by like something crazy like 3030 or something like that?
35.
Or 2030? Is it 35?
Mm-hmm.
I know GM said they're going to be all electric by 2030 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, all non-commercial vehicles are supposed to be electric by like 2035. I don't see it happening. I don't see the infrastructure being there to support that.
It's definitely not now, and I don't see it. That's roughly what 15 years. I don't see it being by then.
Man, I think they must be working in league with like the hotel industry, because you're not going to be able to take those big long trips. Take 10 hours to charge the damn thing.
Robert, we need to get you back up here on the live stream.
Well,
again.
see, Darren, I'd have to disagree with you. The new Tesla can charge in 30 minutes on a fast charger and go over 500 miles, almost 600 miles for one charge.
But you would have to go to one place that has the Tesla fast charger. So if I was going out
That's
to your
the
place,
issue. So if they had the Tesla fast chargers everywhere, then it wouldn't be an issue.
How long does it take to fast charge a vehicle?
30 minutes.
You really? All right, now let's think about
From
that.
empty to
partial
full.
charge.
It takes me
From empty to full.
2 minutes to fill my gas car. So if I'm
Sure.
on my way to work and I need to fill my tank, it takes me 2 minutes.
Well, don't fill it up on your way to work. If you drive it back and forth to work every day, you'll know to put fuel in it, or you'll know to put energy in it. Charge it up overnight,
Who wants
or
to sit around somewhere for a half an hour to charge their
stop
freaking
for
thing?
lunch.
Huh?
But who's gonna drive more than 600 miles before they realize they need
Hey, Chris, how
electricity?
far do you drive in a day?
Well, they drive a semi too.
Anywhere from 650 to 800, depending on the
Okay.
day. But that, I mean,
Now, driving a
average
semi-
probably around 7.
Now, to be fair, it takes 30 minutes to fill up a semi.
No, don't.
How long does it take you to fill both tanks?
I can fill both tanks in 12 minutes. That's
12
on a
minutes.
slow pump. 8 to 10 on fast pumps. If you find the good pumps that are 60 gallon a minute, we're under 10 minutes. We get more time spent waiting to get into the pump and going in to get our receipt than what we do actually putting it in and that's filling the tanks on the truck and the tank on the reefer.
That's pretty quick. I know, well, and I'll say I don't want to say where the name of where I used to work, but where I was a service manager, they did fuel. And when the people pulled up to the fuel island, it would be a good solid 15 minutes, especially if they had a reefer. Of course, they did other stuff. They checked the tires and cleaned the windshields, and they had fuel guys. That was their job.
Attention, Darian.
Yeah, I
I'm trying to
mean,
figure out what he's talking about.
I don't know. I don't either.
if you're in a hurry, you can do it quick, but most guys are usually, dump the trash, clean the windows, check the oil, fill the bug juice,
Go get your drinks, and yeah, I
kick
get that.
the tires. I mean, you could, all said and done, you're probably 30 minutes or
I'm
close
gonna
to
guess
30 minutes doing
Darian
everything.
found the comment that he was looking for.
No, I think he's talking about this, but I don't know.
Yeah, and the DEF tank. The tank for the DEF tank doesn't need filled every day.
Right.
Plastic garbage. That
I don't know
shit.
what I was
I can usually get by filling mine once a week.
What, the
There's
death?
no way that DEF's good for the environment.
Oh, it's not.
Have you ever see it spill? I'm sure you have. You've seen it spilled on something, and what it does, it instantly. It's like that
Yeah.
can't be good.
The
And the way it
easiest way
smells.
to explain it to everybody that's not familiar with it. Take a battery that hasn't been cleaned in forever, and you got that white crystallized buildup and corrosion on the top of your car battery. That's what DEF fluid does. But the minute it hits the air, it's almost instant.
I can't see who that was. Oh, it's Robert Garage. He should be. Oh no, he did
Nice
not.
comment.
He tried. He did not tip enough to kick the stream boss. Bernardo is still stream boss because he subscribed to the channel during the live stream the last time we were on.
Well, that's cheap.
It's like $3 to kick a stream boss, I think. At the moment, I think it's only like $3 or $4, depending on what you like. If he would have donated through PayPal, it would have kicked it. $2 would have kicked it through PayPal. But through StreamYard, through the YouTube, I do believe it's less.
I think so.
Iron Horse wants me to get an Iron Horse garage tattoo. I already got
You
one.
should
bro.
on your butt.
Got one. I got a tramp stamp.
So you
Iron Horse.
can just sit on Iron
Oh,
Horse
you got a
every
tramp
day. You're
stamp.
freaking. You're not busy.
Yeah. Damn screwball, sticky shit.
I got some Gentleman's Jack sitting here. I drank all of the. Yeah, that's gone. Captain's gone. Why didn't that come up through?
Oh,
there's that one. There you go, Cletus. You're back up. You're back up on top of the hill.
I don't know. Robert did it
missed
right
it
behind
again.
me. So.
He's gonna have.
He might have took it.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see. I don't think he did it. I can't see where the stupid little arrow is. The little the needle. Depends on when it came in too. If it came in right before yours, but it didn't post till yours.
Yeah, I think it was pretty much at the same time.
Yeah, so it all depends on when Streamlabs got it. Oh, that's funny.
Boy.
There's the PayPal link is right there. They're just gonna you guys just gonna have a. He didn't kick you. You're still there, at least on my screen. Yeah, on
so
mine,
far on mine too.
On
but it hadn't popped up saying he'd done anything yet either.
Well,
mine,
I can look at it on the mini feed here. Robert's Garage sent one for $2. I'm Stream Boss. Don't forget it. Then
Robert,
a minute ago, it has Robert's Garage sent it first, and it says "damn it," and then
flexing,
comes
bro.
yours. So yours went through after his in Streamlabs.
Well, he just hit me again and said how much it's going to take. He's over there flexing.
You gotta donate.
Big YouTube star.
Robert, you drop a $10 bill, you probably sit at the top all night.
See, look, $2 is not enough. It's not enough to kick someone.
That's crazy.
Not if you have full.
Hold on.
Now, right now, it
coming
only
across
take
the screen now. Oh, yep.
Yeah,
yeah, I'm down below now. I can see the needle down.
Exactly. So it wouldn't take much to kick you now.
I'm sitting here waiting for Sean to go into his auctioneer's voice since we're doing, auction off the super chat. He's gonna win.
I can't talk that fast. But the thing is like some people's stream bosses are a lot more points than this. So it literally takes several to kick somebody. I have it down low because I don't normally get donations, so I'd like if somebody's going to donate that they just get it. But I think it's like $3.50 or whatever from a person with full amount. I don't know. You might just kick yourself and then put yourself back on.
Yeah. Well, as long as it don't show me almost empty there.
But that's hilarious. It'll all go into the new garage fund.
There you go.
Well,
you have to put a big stuff and plated sticker in the garage.
It's a 2-bay garage, but both bays are not level with each other. The one's a little bit lower, and it's got a dividing. It's got a dividing wall between the two bays. I'm going to rip that wall out, and I'm going to bring the other floor up level with the higher floor. So that way.
Sean, do you have this set up on purpose?
Huh?
I've noticed in your chat, when the higher the amount donated goes, it changes the color of the ribbon or the banner where they donated.
That's everybody's live stream. I think blue is under 10, yellow is 10 to 20 is yellow, and then it goes green.
So the key point is to be real good. How much does it take to get the checkered flag to say done, finished?
I have no idea.
Shoot,
I don't have a I could have one of those things that show like the like if I was trying to get to a certain amount, like I was trying to raise a certain amount of money, I could put one of those little animations up on the screen as well. I don't have one made, but I also don't have anything that I have a goal for right now either.
OBS does all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, it does. I've been using OBS since 2015. Before Stream.
Robert. Looks like I won today, buddy.
Oh, what is he? Is he giving up?
His card's kicking him out because it's already been 3 times in a row. They're like, "What's going on?"
Fraud. Somebody's using his card.
Roberts, you can always try the PayPal link.
The PayPal link. He's gonna go sell one of his trucks to do it.
There you go. But yeah, I've been using OBS before Streamlabs got a hold of it. So when it was just strictly OBS.
Wait, Streamlabs? I was thinking StreamYard. Yeah.
No, Streamlabs is nice. It's a nice little user interface for the original OBS. Yeah. So like underneath the Streamlabs that I use is OBS.
Except that you can't frickin' unsubscribe from their pro account. I've tried for like 8 months.
Yeah, you can. Call them up.
Yeah, but you can't do it online. You got to frickin' call them.
Are you talking about StreamYard or Streamlabs?
Streamlabs. I have Streamlabs Pro because I used to stream computer stuff.
Yeah.
And
Iron Horse, that is Chris. He has a channel as well, Firebird Nation. Mm-hmm. He's wondering who's in the truck. You don't know.
Guys, none of your guys is. Let me see if that's something my reason. Most of the time, you guys have. Well, no, not that.
Roberts, I don't have a whiskey glass for you, man. I just assumed you drink Bud Light or something.
Yeah, it should be displaying the names. Why is it not displaying names?
I have to get me a Cletus. Booze glass.
Whenever I'm showing a banner.
Yeah, well, not everybody got a whiskey glass, so.
I found out why it's doing it. It's because I have the banner showing. That's why the names aren't there.
Yep, that's what it is. Maybe I need to make some more whiskey glasses. Get them sent out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet. I'm not sure if you can see it. Hold on, let me stick something white inside of it so you can see it.
Send that in a bottle of whiskey.
There you go.
If I did that though, I'd have to buy some Rock Gut though. I'd have to buy some Seagrams, or not Seagrams, but Heaven Hill or something.
Night Train.
Let me stick this white thing in here so you guys can see the.
Send that in a White Claw.
So yeah,
that's wild.
He sent me. Cletus sent me this glass a little while ago. Nice little.
Well, I sent some people. I sent a couple people like some shirts I was trying out. I'm much better at making shirts now. I'll tell you that. Still not great, but I'm much better. At first, it was not good. And I bought a pack of shirts, but they're so thin and crappy. I don't know. They're not good. So I think Robert got one of them crappy shirts. So.
You just owe him a good shirt later.
Yeah.
This is why I went with a company that
Cletus got
shirts.
called out.
This is why I went with a company that does shirts because number one, I don't have to have any of that stuff bought up front, so I'm not sitting on $400 worth of shirts that I haven't sold.
I'll see you, Roy. Thanks for stopping in, man.
Thank you, Roy.
See you, Roy. I'm clearing the fins on this radiator while we stream.
Yeah, no, I've been watching you do it. You're piquing my ADHD over there.
You do a slow mo, or no, not slow mo. Sped up, close up of that. People are watching.
It's gotta be oddly satisfying.
Right.
It is. I don't have a fin comb, so I'm just using my knife.
Yeah.
So take your thumb and just rub it across and see if it cuts you.
What's that, Cletus?
I said take your thumb and push it across and see if it cuts you.
This one has like the micro fins inside of it too. So
me and Chris found out that I got to replace the radiator in the Firebird.
Ew.
It was pissing out of more holes than it should have been.
Sounds like a Tuesday.
All right.
Be a fun soldering project for you to give you some content, even for a throwaway.
It's pissing. It looks like it forgot to bring home the girl before the curfew time, and the dad came out with a loaded shotgun. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Rough. Is it a brass one or a copper?
It's an
brass?
original.
All right.
The thing is I've already capped off the automatic transmission reservoir because that killed the first transmission that was in that Trans Am. It ruptured the lining between the coolant and the transmission fluid and flooded the transmission with coolant.
Ooh, yuck.
So needless to say, every single one of those clutch packs were delaminated and garbage.
Ugh.
So I have an aftermarket transfer.
Hey, it made for some nice soup.
Yeah, it looked like Pepto Bismol.
Well, you
Man,
can't be
that's
doing
bad.
burnouts after you know that it's failed.
Oh,
no, that car wasn't
speaking of
going
which,
anywhere. I mean,
I
we didn't
can-
find out about it until the next. I think it was the next day when I popped it to top off the coolant, and it was pink. I'm like, that's not good. By then, the transmission was already cooked. That transmission wasn't going anywhere.
Man, that sucks.
I can tell you that Jean Grey's hibernation blanket is still in place and tucked away, keeping her warm for your.
Well, hopefully she's
Pending
not there
re-
come winter. Come winter, she should be snug in a bug.
Man,
Yeah.
Iron Horse is talking some shiznit up in here.
Oh boy!
Well, then that's it. That you need to talk to Shiznit back at him.
I don't think he was talking to me.
Oh wait, what?
Oh,
What to Robert?
I don't know.
I
Somebody
just said he's
special.
special. Well, I think he's just answering. Robert said he wasn't special enough to get a whiskey glass.
Oh.
He said, he's special, all right.
Yeah, so I said Cletus got called out.
Cletus was a little.
No, I got
Cletus
called
was
out.
smart. He sent a person the shot glass that would be drinking it on camera almost every weekend.
There you
So.
go. One Roberts might do one. You know, he's got that sticker that's already fading on him on his back glass. So I got to do something else there.
So I'll actually eventually be able to put all these stickers that I have laying all over the place. You know, like this one over here, and this one over here.
Did I send you one, Nova?
Nope, I haven't gotten any in a long time from people. Actually, no, I lie. I got Straight Six Fans' new one.
Cool.
I haven't got one from
I
him
got
yet.
his old one too.
You in Canada?
No, he's in.
No, he's in.
Pennsylvania.
No, you
Is
know.
it PA?
No, I'm in PA.
No.
Oh,
But,
okay, then.
Straight
Yeah.
Six Fans, not PA. He's in.
Oh, Straight Six in Kansas.
Yeah,
Is it Kansas? Yeah, I knew it was somewhere over there.
Yeah.
but
I'll send you one.
hopefully I'll also be able to pull out my big toolbox that I've had stashed away and actually get that redone. If it's not a complete rust bucket by now.
It
I
could
haven't
be.
seen it. I haven't seen it in 3 years. It's been buried with all of my other junk at Jess's mom's house.
Hey, no
Well,
toolbox is
speaking of
beyond
getting
saving
called
unless
out.
it's just a pile of rust.
I'm not sure where it's been sitting, but it might be sitting somewhere where it was damp, so it might be just garbage by now. I don't know.
More
It might
content.
be all right.
Rebuild the toolbox. You build a table, you can fix the toolbox.
Oh yeah. The only problem is I still need a bottom box because that's just a top box. It's a big top box, but it's just a top box. I don't
Build
have-
you a bottom.
I've never had any bottom boxes because I've never been anywhere where, you know what I mean?
You can be set up.
Yeah.
Tell you what, that Harbor Freight little one that you roll around with the flip lid, that's like the best deal. A couple of my
It's pretty
buddies
good
have
for
them.
rolling around for sure.
Yeah, they're really nice for
I
what
don't know
they
if I'll
are.
have enough garage space for rolling around. I mean, it's a 2-bay oversized, but I don't know how much space once you stuff 2 muscle cars in there, how much space I'll have.
Well,
don't have to
Half Fast
roll
Garage
around.
has me wanting to build stuff now. You know, I'm wanting to build that chair out of a car seat.
Hell
And then
yeah.
it got me thinking, instead of buying a cart to carry my tools when I'm going outside and stuff, I'm just going to take a gas grill, and take off the grill part and take out the bottle, of course, and build that into a cart.
There you go.
I can't stand walking my freaking garage, my grill anywhere as it is now. I couldn't imagine trying to lug it around with tools in it.
Well, I'm talking about the frame. I've got
It's the frame that
new
I can't
casters.
stand.
Oh, I got new wheels and stuff I'm putting on. So really, I'm just using the frame. I'm building a new table out of it and then putting wheels on the bottom. So it's just
Yeah.
going to be the frame, I guess.
Yes,
I'm all
Iron
about that
Horse.
DIY life.
Iron
Yeah,
Horse.
right.
Yes, that Miss For Me is Firebird Nation's better half.
Well, speaking of getting called out, last week, or Thursday, when I had my live, towards the end of it there, Half Fast
Robert.
Garage didn't directly really call me out, but he said he wanted me to do the lawnmower challenge. So I'm going to get one done. And mine's going to be way
How do you guys all
faster
do
than
that? Do
y'all.
you guys just time it from point A to point B, and whoever's got the fastest
Uh,
time, or
I'll get it written down. I think it's 40 foot, right? Is it 40 foot? Maybe it's
Yep.
less.
40 foot.
It's 40 foot. Okay, so it's 40 foot front wheel to front wheel. So when your front wheel leaves, when your front wheel hits.
I'm a poor cheap bastard, and my lawnmower. You get this shit. It's electric. And it's got a cable.
Talking.
It's got a 50
All that
foot,
crap talking.
It's got a 50
It's got 50
foot.
foot. You could do it.
50-foot cable.
Well,
It's
you
not
only need
powered.
40.
Though. It's not powered. It's you got to push it.
That's manpower. Come on now. You
Well,
should
then
be
you're
able to
just
be.
gonna have to grab it and push it.
You'll be able to
Now
be
you like
half fast, real slow lawnmower. Then I mean, you're gonna be able to beat mine.
It was not my idea to get it. It showed up on the porch the one day because she ordered it online. I told her I needed a lawnmower to cut the grass, and instead of her getting me a gas-powered one, that thing shows up.
And look at him; he loves it.
No, actually, I hate it. I can't stand it. It's not even necessarily. It doesn't. It's not like it cuts bad. It's the freaking cord. It is so annoying.
So if it was battery
powered,
you'd be fine with it.
No, because battery power, I guarantee you, wouldn't have enough oomph to cut that.
I don't know. I've seen them out. The ones they do pretty good. Oh yeah, Iron Horse.
Is it on wheels or is it a hovercraft?
Oh boy. Oh, half fast just got called half slow.
Is it on wheels or does it actually hover like a hovercraft?
What, the lawnmower?
The lawnmower.
Oh, it looks
the
like a
reason I
regular
asked,
lawnmower.
I used to have one that looked like a regular lawnmower. The exception was it was a hovercraft. When you fired it up, it actually floated on the grass.
No,
Yeah,
this is wheels.
Come on now, I ain't never heard of one. Yeah.
Oh, they're for real. They had it was like an old, well, I don't know. I saw them from the 50s. It was like a big bowl, and it would sit and hover on the grass.
Yeah, oh, it's crazy. But effortless.
Yep.
I mean, you don't fight. I mean, you don't feel the weight of the thing when you're trying to move it. You just sit there and spin in a circle, whatever you want to do.
Huh.
It's like kind of like works like one of those floor polishers. You know, you just kind of balance it around.
Yeah.
And,
I'm gonna have to look it up. I think y'all are messing with me now.
I swear to God, hand to God, it's a real thing.
You ain't had enough alcohol for us to mess with your head that way yet.
Do they still make those, or I don't think they still make them, do they?
Might actually get to be able to put this thing on the car.
I haven't seen one in years.
Yeah, I thought they were like old
What
school.
the hell? Yeah, apparently.
I mean,
they
it was
stopped
given to me,
making
and
them in
I looked at the
80s.
guy and said, "Yeah, what are you
damn.
drinking, or did you fall and hit your head today? Because how's this thing even going to work?" And it didn't matter. You would think that level ground only, but yeah, I mean, I mowed the side hill. You can take the damn thing and mow the bank off, where you had to use a weed eater.
Yeah. But I've almost paid off.
It was
the loan.
crazy.
I've almost paid off the loan to get that Holly unit. I've almost paid off that loan, and it's still sitting up here in the freaking office.
Which one did you get? The sniper?
Yeah, I have the sniper, but I have the Rochester Quadrajet version.
Oh, okay.
So because GM just works so much better with the smaller primaries and the larger secondaries.
No, Iron Horse, I'm good. I don't need anybody to wash my lawnmower. Y'all can
to share this. Here you go.
You can watch Nova's electric lawnmower. He'd like that.
What,
Yeah, that's one of the hovering.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that thing's cool, right?
But it's not electric. It looks like it's gas.
It is. They're gas.
No,
the
it's
one I
just-
had was electric. You had to run the extension cord behind you.
Oh, really?
It probably works
Yeah.
the same way.
Yeah, same principle, but you know,
Miss
the guy
Formie
said,
wants
"Yeah,
to
here,
know
I'll
the
give you a
rest of the
lawnmower."
rules.
Miss Formie wants to know the rest of the rules for the lawnmower challenge.
You'll have the easiest thing to do would be go on to Half-Ass Garage channel and watch that video. It's pretty entertaining, and it'll give you all the
Cletus,
rules step by step.
That is super smart. Because we will direct you. Whose is it? Half-Fast Garages, or
Yep.
Yes. If you want to know the rules for that, go to Half-Fast Garage's channel. He has a whole video on it, and
It's hilarious too.
Give him a like and a follow.
And then
appreciate
also, in the response, Iron Horse has did a video as well, and it's on Half-Ass Garage channel as well too. But it's they're both entertaining, and they both have really slow lawnmowers. So I'm gonna smoke them. But
Really, it's not. It's not anything serious. The biggest takeaway is don't be serious about it. If you're
super
thinking about
serious,
it,
man.
It's
super serious.
He says, "Bring it on."
They put NOS in it. They put NOS. They got racing suits, and it's serious.
Super
Don't let them
serious.
fool you.
Yeah, but if you're gonna watch Iron Horse's video, please watch it on their channel and not on mine, so they get the views.
Exactly.
You know.
Sure. But they are both must watches. I'll tell you, I found them both hilarious.
I think I've come across one of them on my For You page. The not the
Did you like it?
Huh?
Did you like it? Well, it's kind of supposed to be. A lot of people were saying that I was taking this shit too seriously, so I was like, well, all right then.
But even if you do take it, like sometimes when people purposely take it seriously, it's even more hilarious than if they were to be goofing around about it.
Well, I'll tell you, half-assed, the video editing and shooting skills were some of the best stuff you've done.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
That's honest opinion. I promise.
All right.
I was very
What's
impressed.
whoa, Iron Horse?
I had more creative control
Whoa.
with that one. What is he saying? What kind of shit's he saying?
I don't know.
Oh, well, okay. So on that one, I got to kind of play. You know, I got to set up the whole thing. But like when I'm working on the truck or the Jeep or whatever it is, like I don't have places to put the
4
camera.
hours?
Yeah, I mean, there's that. Hard to.
You guys should do a
Hard to get
competition
creative.
where you have like a 2 foot squared, like a 2 foot by 2 foot squared area of grass, and who can cut it the fastest with a pair of scissors.
Oh God, I
I'm
don't
not
got that
doing
much time.
I'll tell you, if we're going by who can wash their lawnmower the best, it would be Iron Horse. They came out great. You can see their wash job. They did
I
great.
don't know. Is he out there in a string bikini and like?
No.
I'm not
watch
saying
it.
anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying you did a great job watching it. You got to watch it.
All right.
Yep.
I'll see if
You
I can
got to
watch
see it to
tomorrow.
believe it anyway.
I couldn't ruin it. I couldn't ruin a good movie, so I wouldn't do it on somebody's YouTube.
Yeah. The therapy is on you though. So.
But you see how
Bearing that, man.
that's what I love about this podcast. It's not taken seriously in any way, and shit just goes where it's going to go. Is that a Goonies shirt?
It is from Walmart.
You got to do the truffle shuffle.
Classic.
I can't do it, man. I'm too fat right now.
That's the whole point of the truffle shuffle. The fatter you are, the better it looks.
I get my feelings hurt real easy. The Army made me that way, right?
Oh my God!
Or maybe it's the other way around.
Stop taking yourself so seriously.
Yeah, maybe I don't have any feelings. I don't know. Who knows?
How do they sell like a kit that I can just cap this off and pressurize and test this thing that's not $100?
Probably not.
I was going to say they do, but it's not $100. I don't know.
I mean, you could go get yourself one of those freaking expandable freeze plugs, put it in the one hole, and then
I'm down with
get
that.
yourself one of those corks and put it in the other hole with a freaking tap on it, so that way you can put a hose to it.
I might do that. So I don't know the history of this. Well, I know the history of it, and it's not good. But when I loaned it to my buddy
I would
Elroy,
say not when it's got a freaking, when it looks like somebody tried to shove a freaking running fan through it.
it only looks that way because of. All right, so my buddy with that truck, he was having. All right, so the Supercharged International. One day, it's got nice parts in it. So he's just driving it around, and then it started overheating, kind of, but it would like volcano out of his radiator. So he's trying to figure out what it is, and he had AFR heads on it and all this stuff, and it's it's all this great stuff. And he owns a machine shop, so he knows what he's doing. So he takes it all apart. We can't find anything. Puts it together, still volcanoing out of the radiator. Long story short, it ended up, we did that like 4 times, taking it out. The AFR heads have an unknown crack inside of one of the combustion chambers that will pressure test fine. You can't see it. You can never find it, but it's leaking through the cylinder head itself and was pressurizing this thing. So the fan thing that you're seeing is actually just combustion chamber and like all the antifreeze and stuff, that makes it look that way.
Yeah.
Because it was blowing out of his engine. So it doesn't actually have any damage other than the fins being goofed up.
Yeah.
So you replace those AFR heads and the truck's fine, but you can't find out what's wrong with them. Because you can't Magnaflux aluminum heads, so you can't figure it out.
Weird.
Even AFR, he sent them to AFR and they could not find a problem. But when he replaced the heads, all the problems went away.
Maybe it's the head gasket itself.
No, we placed that with MLS gaskets and all the stuff. Like we did it 4 times.
Was it plugging a port or something? Like the gasket? Like
What's that?
Like maybe the ports didn't line up?
No, it's perfect. The engine is somewhere there's a crack in the aluminum casting of the head itself, and when it gets hot enough, it'll open up. But it has to be under like high pressure and boost before it'll do it. So he's been building race engines, like professionally for like 20 years. So he doesn't have any problems with what it is. There's just a defect in that head. Yeah. So he ran those heads for a long time.
Cletus, if somebody donates $20, would you do the truffle shuffle?
I shot you an answer. I said, if you give me the Trans Am, I'll do it.
That's way more than $20. Now, come on.
Come on, I know it's like 25, but
I don't know. Chris has more invested in that than that.
Oh no. No, it's
Chris has a whole truck that died on us trying to get that thing to safety.
Yeah.
Don't
get Miss Stormy started on that.
Oh boy.
Do we have an update?
It's junk. I mean, putting aside the physical damage they did to the truck while they were doing the job.
What'd they do to it?
They racked both mirrors going through their post lift, so they knocked the molding and that on the bottom of the mirror off. The housing, they busted holes in them, and both sides got the chrome peeled where they scraped them.
It was a Dodge, right? Or a Ram with a Cummins?
It was the Hemi.
5.7 Hemi. The driver's side back door, the whole door panel is scraped and gouged and cut where they put parts inside from the engine they took off, the intake manifold and other sorted parts that they didn't bother to put any plastic cardboard down on her carpet, so they put the dirty, greasy parts in on her floor and damaged the door. They fucked something up.
Garage or something?
No, it was a Dodge dealer.
Yeah,
really?
The Dodge blew up on our way to go get the Trans Am after dropping the other Dodge off at the house, and they had it towed to a dealer down by where his
down in Littis,
storage,
PA.
Yeah, down by where his storage is.
Down by Lancaster.
And
have you talked to the service manager already?
And it was there for a month.
And the thing is they weren't even going to replace it with a freaking like a remanufactured.
Yeah, the warranty company sent a used engine they had in their inventory to replace the one in the truck. But before it could be installed, the rear main seal had to be replaced. Okay, so you're sending a defective engine to replace one that's bad. Nor were we given the option.
Is it the regular 5.7? Yeah.
5.7, yeah.
Wow.
Like they
now,
could have automatically just sent a remand part straight from
and
wherever.
We weren't even given that option to pay the difference. They just said we're sending a used engine. That's where it's at. Yeah, she got hosed royally.
Yeah,
that's long story short. We got the truck. We finished the trip we had to do as far as picking up the boat and picking up the Corvette and the other trailer and get the gooseneck home. Her top mileage was like 3.5 miles a gallon pulling the trailer. Where before, when she pulled that trailer, she pulled 11 to 12. Has absolutely no power. Absolutely no power.
So is dead a cylinder or what?
It's just gutless. It won't even spin the tire in gravel or dirt. It won't even without the trailer on it.
Well, the new
the engine they put in. Yeah,
that thing's hurt too.
It's gutless. Yeah, it's screwed. The electrical issue, whatever they screwed up there, they screwed something up because they lifted the whole cab and the whole front clip in the air with the post off on the frame to change the engine. So everything's back together to get the truck. We picked the truck the next day. Or actually, it wasn't even the next day. It was later that night. We were parked somewhere, shut windows up, set the alarm. We're standing there talking. She looked and said, "You didn't put the windows up." Just put the damn windows up. Well, here we watch, and while we're standing there looking at the truck, the windows are going down 2 inches at a time until they're all the way down by themselves, and unlock the doors and unset the alarm.
Oh my God.
The day after we got the truck back, and we told them when we got it, the starter was fried. We replaced the starter. We hurt this one too. The starter needs replaced. They never did that. We ended up having the new starter that we got another starter on the warranty.
Yeah.
Actually, we just bought one because they couldn't find one. We had to buy one somewhere else because I don't remember where you and Miss Formie went to get that one that we had.
We went to Auto.
So I take it this was some kind of aftermarket warranty.
Yes, it's something that was sold through the dealer where she bought the truck out in Iowa.
I won't be. Yeah, I wouldn't buy a warranty from that company. You know what company it was?
She probably said something down in the chat.
Yeah, dang.
So I don't know what it is.
She's just saying she's not.
Long
done
story
being
short,
screwed
the
yet.
truck's. Yeah, she's not done yet. Now, she called the warranty company, told them the engine's junk. It's an older engine than the one we had because there's some sort of sensor. There's a wire in the harness. Now, maybe some of you Dodge extras know, but replacing the starter, put the new starter in, there's a plug. It may have like an 8-inch lead coming out of the wire harness of all the cables that go down to the starter that look like I might have plugged in the side of the block or something. I haven't looked at the old engine because we got the old engine back, the original engine from the truck, because they said it wasn't a core. Oh, well, good. You can put that in the bed. Well, what? No, if the old engine's no core, it goes in the bed of the truck. We want all the parts associated with the truck you took out. Well, why? Because we may end up rebuilding that engine ourselves at some point. So the original engine is with the truck, which makes it a little more valuable. Not that they make me a whole lot, because it's just
today's society. It doesn't.
It's just a damn Dodge, anyways.
Now it might, but
it's just a damn Dodge anyway. So, long story short, she talked to warranty company, explained all the issues. It's a Cutlass truck. Even running around town, she used to get 18 miles to a gallon running around town with the truck. She took it to work when we got home one day. Reset everything on the trip meter. She drove it to work, drove it home. She drives almost 40 miles one way to work every day, which is not feasible in this thing because the best mileage she got was an 11 and a half going to work and back.
Yeah.
When it used to pull 18. So, and I told her what it is they put an older engine. It's the same engine, but it's an older engine that has a different cam and different whatever that doesn't make as much power as the one they took out of the truck, which is why you're a gutless. And it keeps throwing a fault code, which I think has something to do with this plug of some kind of knock sensor. So the computer in the truck is automatically derating the power to the engine to prevent engine damage anyways, because the check engine light keeps coming on the minute you fire it up.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
So,
well, Robert, what do you think about that? I bet you.
She told them, and they said the only way that we are going to do anything is if you take the truck back to the dealer that did the installation. Okay, you sent the engine from you. All they did was install it. Now, the damage they did, that's on them. They screwed something in the electrical, which is why it's doing what it's doing with the alarm and the windows, because we had to put a battery shut-off switch on it. Yeah, I mean, the mirror's outside now. To their credit, if we go get a set of mirrors, they're going to reimburse her mirrors. Oh, I forgot. They knocked her driver's side running board off in the process of this. We didn't really think you'd mind because your other one was already missing. Okay, you lifted the whole truck. Why the hell did you have to?
What kind of service is that? Like, really?
Doesn't sound like a dealership.
Yeah, it was a dealership. And she'd have to tell you the name of it. She put the name of the warranty company's First Automotive.
Oof.
But why? You lifted the whole truck from underneath the truck. Why did you have to take the running board off to do it when you already had the damn thing in when we were in the process of trying to figure out what was wrong and had it lifted in the air with the running board on the truck? Why did you have to take... There was no need for you to remove the driver's side running board at all. You took it off just because the other side was off so it would match? How's she supposed to get in and out of the truck now? We don't have no step ladder with us.
Well, there's plenty of trucks that just have the driver's side because people don't need the passenger side.
Yeah, well, granted, she hit a snowbank and knocked the other one off because that cheap-ass aluminum bottom where it was bolted, the aluminum corroded out and ate away, and it fell off the truck anyway. So, it was bad.
But it's her truck.
Exactly.
It's her truck. It
shouldn't even matter. I mean, you don't, that's the first thing,
What's the running board got to do with you changing an engine?
And I don't care if you're a backwoods freaking small one-person freaking shop. You know better than to freaking put parts in somebody's interior that are dirty and gross You don't freaking
Right. And greasy.
You doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if that truck is a 1980 full of fucking rust holes. You treat it like it's a brand new freaking truck.
Yeah.
You know.
And their whole thing is, and I told her, well, hey, look at the bright side. You got an expert detail on the outside because the thing was spit polished. The wheels were all detailed, had all the brake dust washed. I mean, they looked like brand new wheels.
Scratches and bullshit in it, apparently.
Yeah, on the mirrors. Other than that, the thing had been detailed expertly. And I told her the reason it looks like that is they were planning on putting it on the lot and selling it or taking it to the auction because we were trying to trade in on the other truck.
Yeah, they thought y'all were just going to trade in, so they weren't worried about it.
Which was a fiasco. You know, so they didn't give a shit about the inside. But, you know, that she's got the leather seat, you know, heated, air-conditioned seats, leather seats inside because it's a Laramie package with the full floor carpets and everything. And they just laid the parts in there on the seats and the floor in the back.
It's like my Dodge.
And there's thing about the door, well, you had stuff piled all the way up in the truck. That's why your door was damaged. Listen, Jack Flack asshole. The only thing that was stacked up in the goddamn seats was laundry bags and soft-sided boxes of stuff from the truck. There were no toolboxes, no jacks, no tools. All that shit was on the floor.
When he was packing the shit in the truck.
He was packing shit in the truck.
Yeah, Sean seen it because we had to unpack half the back seat to get to the tools on the floor to change the starter.
Wow.
But yeah, Darian, you didn't see. I'm not sure if you noticed in the chat of Cletus's video there, you were talking about having the off-road edition second gen.
Yeah.
That's what I have.
That's the Rusty Ram.
I have a 2001 off-road edition. And I have the.
I'll agree with that. I'll agree with Iron Horse.
What? The dealer needs an ass whooping?
Dealer needs an ass whooping. Him and Darren's going to go take care of Miss Formy's light work.
But yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know where my shirt is at the moment, but I used to have a shirt that laid here with my logo. I can always just do this. I'll just bloop that. Nope, it got everything. Never mind.
So my thing is, I'm looking at the truck. The truck there's no rust holes in it. I mean, it's a good looking truck. And I told her the best thing we could do, yank all that shit the hell out and put a Cummins in it. That way you got a truck with, 3/4 4-wheel drive the way you want to pull any trailer we got. And sadly, we had to rent another truck to make sure, because I said, it's expensive, but we're renting a truck here to make sure we get our asses home. Because if yours dies, we'll have something that we can move with to get a trailer to come back and get it and get everything to the house.
Right.
So we got a same size, brand new truck with a Cummins in it. We did the trip in the Cummins on 2 tanks of fuel, like 2 1/4 tanks of fuel, pulling a boat.
Does anybody here watch Demolition Ranch or I think he goes by Demolition Matt. But he does the pew pew videos.
I've seen him.
But he has like 3 channels. He has
the problem with the dealer, Iron Horse, is the dealer was in Pennsylvania. We were stuck because it's 1,200 miles from the house because Miss Formie lives in Nebraska, and that was the closest dealer we could get towed to get the work done.
Yeah, there was a lot of finagling going on that weekend. And Pilot, he knows about the fin comb. He said he doesn't have one at the moment or can't find it, so he's using a knife.
Yeah, I don't have a fin comb for one of these. These have like that expanded. The fins in the center have a bunch of like these like little extra fins in it. So I didn't buy a fin comb. I've been meaning to, but since this was kind of a test radiator anyway, I wasn't even sure if it was going to live through my first attempt at TIG welding aluminum on a tank. I didn't even bother with it.
Almost every garage, Robert, that I've been to has done that too. They throw a bag over the seats, and they throw paper on the floor, and they even put steering wheel covers on the steering wheel. So it's just, I can't believe they did that.
I would say not every shop I've been to does that, but especially ones that charge dealership prices.
Yeah.
Or ones that are reputable. I've been to some shops that
that stuff doesn't cost much.
When you were saying that story there, I've been to some shops that's what you'd expect out of them. Of course, they don't cost much. They're cheap shops that probably shouldn't be open anyway. But
yeah,
for a Dodge branded dealership,
the worst part,
that's not acceptable.
Yeah, and they left the windows down. The front windows were down. I don't know how much rain they got while they were. I mean, you can see where the rain had got inside the truck while it was sitting there after it was done.
So that might be
That might
the
be still some
problem.
of that same
It might have
problem.
got water to your body controller. That might be the problem you're having with the other stuff, or it could be part
Look
of
at
the
that. See,
that
look,
was
all
already
that
doing
time
it.
he spent there fiddling with it, it looks brand new. I mean, geez.
I know. Look at
It seems to be. You seem to have fixed it so well. The tabs that you welded on it have seemed to be magically not there.
that. I was showing
Chris,
it.
if y'all go Cummins, Chris, are y'all doing 5.9 or 6.7?
I don't know. That's kind of why we're reaching out. Has anybody done this that you guys are aware of, or what do you all know about it?
If you want to see
What are we
any
looking at
truck,
if we decided if we wanted to do something like that? What are we looking at?
I'd say
Probably
join some
my
Facebook
easiest
groups.
thought would be to find one that's been wrecked and just pull our body off and put it on the other truck and then transfer
You
the
could do
computer
that.
and the interior. Is probably going to be the easiest route. So I've heard conflicting stories on everything we would need to do.
the problem with the Cummins is everybody wants them. People stick them in Chevys, they stick them in everything.
Well, that's because
I
they're
would
reliable.
say, and they're great, especially the 12 valve. I would not recommend the 6.7 for what you're trying to do, because then you got to worry about DEF and the DPF and all that stuff. Unless
Yeah, I
you
don't
do the
want all that
bypass,
bullshit.
you can bypass all that stuff, but you got to know somebody that's know what they're doing. So if you go with the 5.9, especially the mechanical 5.9, you probably will never have a problem out of it ever, and it has plenty of power.
Now the mechanical 5.9, we wouldn't need to worry about any electronic bullshit at all because it's straight
Correct.
up. It's a straight up oil burner, right?
Well,
Yep.
can you even get anybody to sell you any of the kits to remove all the DEF and stuff now because of
You
the
can.
EPA thing?
and all that bullshit.
You
that's going
can.
on.
You can, but it's got to be in certain states, and
Well,
it's
the other
have somebody
headache with that
knows how to
too,
put it on.
because there's companies that are doing that with the semis. Some of the
Mhm.
older ones, when they brought the emissions, started the DEF doing that, and the EPA is coming around now, cracking down on them because our shit is so much more stringent and regulated and looked at, and they're actually fining these companies for
Right. Pretty
doing
much
the
the only way
emissions
to
to
get
leak,
away with
DEF
it
to
They're
now.
leak.
finding anybody that is it doesn't even have to be diesel stuff right now.
Yeah,
That
it's
we had
Well,
that
the
whole
only way to
episode
get it,
a while
the only
back.
way to get
JH
away with it in the
Diesel got
semi
hit.
world right now
JH
is
Diesel,
a
PFL
glider kit.
Speed, the Diesel
Yeah.
brothers got hit.
I don't think that Motion Raceworks sells that type of stuff, right? So they
It's
won't get hit.
anything. I mean, the thing is it's not just the tuning stuff that they're nailing. It's anything, exhausts, anything that messes with the
anything that
intake.
alters the original emissions equipment.
You're right, exactly.
Period.
So intakes, exhausts, heads, anything. So basically, anything that you do to an engine to modify that engine in any way, they're coming
Yeah.
down on.
Now, do they make an adapter? Does that use the same bell housing as what the 5.7 does, or do we got to change the transmission and all that out in this truck?
I have no
Or
idea.
can we get
you
something
you
that'll
can
bolt?
order. There's plenty of people that do it. So you can order a plate that's already made, or you can make one. It's not too much different between the 5.7 Hemi and the old 5.9 Cummins. I forgot what channel. I'm trying to think of who I've seen done it, because they had the same issue. The hemispherical engine is it was ticking real bad on them, and they'd already repaired it like 5 times. They're like, I'm done. And they put an old 5.9 in it, and it almost bolted right up. They had to they bought a plate from somewhere, and it just made them where it bolted up. And I can't think of. I'll remember the channel here in a little bit. And it pretty much you can watch them do everything. Yeah, they had an adapter. Yeah.
Yeah, Advanced Adapters makes all the cool adapters for all that crap. It's a good place. Been around
Now
forever.
you could find you a Hemi, and just put a new Hemi in it.
Yeah, a Helephant. The crate Helephant
go.
engine.
But it already has a Hemi, so. But you're saying like it already has a Hemi.
2,000
But,
horsepower Elephant.
yeah, I don't know about all that.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've already seen. That
might be a little pricey.
I've already seen a classic Charger with a Elephant in it. Oh my god, that thing was
Really?
gorgeous.
Man, that's sweet.
So it's
know
a
what you
debate.
could
Do we rebuild the original engine that we got? Because if I build it myself, I know what's in it.
Right. You ever built a Hemi before?
I haven't, but
I haven't either. I don't know that
it's
that much
not gonna be-
difference, but
it's
I
not.
know the
Yeah,
only
I mean,
difference I know
it's
is 16 spark
it's a
plugs.
combustion engine. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy in itself. 2 plugs per cylinder.
Right. You
Do
could
we
go
do that
electric.
and go to that expense? Or
Can
somebody shoot him.
Here, hold on. Hold on.
Oh boy.
The only thing electric going on in any of this is going to be the rechargeable impacts and stuff that we would use doing the work.
I got you.
In the lights to be able to see anything.
Oh, I got to throw Nova every once in a while. What year is your Ram?
It's 2011, isn't it, Miss Formie? Yeah, it's a 2011.
It's as old as our old Kia.
Is it? Yeah, is it worth messing with the Hemi or just? Because let's face it, the diesel's going to pull better than the Hemi any damn day, no matter how you build the Hemi. You're going to get more power, more reliable towing.
Then a diesel's the way you got to go. If you're looking at it for rock crawling and off-roading, then you get the gas-powered.
No. I mean, the only reason it's four-wheel drive is because to get the trailers in and out of the yard if it's wet and for winter.
The Cummins, especially the older Cummins, going to weigh more. So you'd have to do some upgraded suspension in the front.
Or pull it off of a...
Just the springs or more?
No, probably just the coils and the maybe control arms.
Will the stock frame on what ton is the truck, Chris?
2,500.
It's 2,500.
Oh yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
I just wasn't sure because I know that
even the suspension might be fine then. Yeah.
Yeah, because as far as looking at the truck, the truck looks. I hate to admit, and I'll be free. I hate a Dodge. I don't give a shit which one you show me. I've never been a Dodge lover.
You don't like mine, Chris?
You don't like the Prospector?
Yeah, Prospector.
I've never liked a Dodge. Never liked a Dodge.
Oh.
And I've had something from all three.
I didn't hear you.
No, ours still Dodge.
I didn't hear you complaining about mine.
2009 was the last year of Dodge. Now yours might say Dodge somewhere, but it's still. If you can't call somewhere, you can't call to a parts store and say, "Let me get a headlight for a 2011 Dodge Ram," because they'll say, "Hey, we don't find that in the computer."
Shit, half these assholes can't find parts for it anyway. You should have seen the argument we had trying to find a starter. No, I've always had my Ford trucks, and hey, for all the haters out there, sorry. I've never had a Ford leave me stranded on the road anywhere, no matter what happened to
I don't know. It almost did it that weekend. That Ford you brought up here.
Yeah, it almost did that weekend, but it still made it home and even towed Gene Gray back and made it home. So that record still holds, even though I had to do a brake job in the parking lot of the parts store before I got the trailer.
I'm like, where the hell are you? It's like, we had to do a brake job. I'm like, what?
Now, the truck that...
Well, the worst part is we had to run to Pocono Summit. Okay, that's another upgrade story.
Past me to run back to me.
To find a U-Haul trailer to haul Gene Gray, because that was the only one they had. And then they wanted us to bring it back. It's like, lady, you're out of your rabbit-ass mind. I'm going to run in 4 hours all the way back here from Lancaster to return your trailer. I rented this one way. It's not my fault that you rented a trailer in town that the guy wasn't going to bring back. That's your problem. I was already locked in 3 hours ago.
I know you say you don't like Dodge, but I think the truck on your channel that burned up was a Ford, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it didn't leave him stranded. It was already parked there.
Yeah, it was parked, and the Ford didn't burn up, so let's clarify that. There was a car hauler parked beside it that burned up and scorched my truck.
Technically, that Ford was still operational. It was just a little melted.
Yeah, it really melted. That truck was still runnable. And I was in the rebuild process.
That truck had suffered a stroke, and half of its face was a little saggy.
Yeah, and all of its skin. It was. I mean, and the insurance company totaled it.
But they're talking smack about my Dodge life over here. I can't believe it.
Oh man,
I have a Dodge too. It's been sitting for about 5 years because the transmission kept dying on it, but it's finally running and moving now after 5 years of me wanting to throw it off a cliff.
that's the reason right there that I don't like a Dodge, because I had that issue the last one I had.
That was my fault though, because instead of replacing everything like I should have, I tried to replace only certain things because I didn't want to spend the money, and I ended up spending the money anyway.
Is this on your ORE?
Yeah, the 46 RE that was in it.
Yeah. But this is your 2001.
Yeah.
Mine's about ready to frickin' break in half from rust. Thing is...
mine has some rust, but not in any of the places that are concerning.
Have you seen my truck on my channel?
No. Have you seen my
There's
truck?
one.
Have you seen my
There's
truck?
one not too far from here for $800, guys. It just
I
needs
might
a
have.
transmission.
It's brown and
No
silver.
rust at all, though.
Mine's brown and silver.
I
I've
probably
seen
did.
very few that have been this brown and silver.
I've watched your channel a few times. I think I've commented on it and stuff too. Everybody ignores me.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I don't think anybody's seen. I don't think anybody's commented on any of those videos in a while because I haven't.
well,
put
what
any
it
out.
is,
I'll
what
watch
it
it
is
tonight.
it's half-assed. They probably marked it as, they probably held it for review or whatever. You got to
There
go
you
in there
go.
and prove it.
Every time I leave a
Probably.
comment, it automatically clicks it to review just because of your channel name.
I was afraid to even name my channel this, to be honest, because I thought I was going to get a bunch of, like, I don't know, not get, if I ever reached 1,000 subs, that I was going to have a hard time with ads and stuff.
No,
So
Roberts, I don't
It's
even
not the
own
way
a
it
Dodge,
works.
but I would.
it's not the way it works.
I like Dodge.
Okay,
I'll
cool.
tell you, I got this Clapalanche right now, though. That
God, you're trying to get
Wait,
rid of
what
that
did you
damn
call
man.
that, Cletus? Did you call it a clapalanche?
Clapalanche. I got
Oh
that
my
from
God.
Roberts. Oh, I'm making a video on it now. It's actually a really straight body, zero rust, all that stuff. But
Which is
300
amazing for those
miles.
because
I'm
they
like,
tend to
oh.
rot. They tend to rot where that
They don't
half
hear
door is.
they don't hear.
I
Well,
wanted
these
one
don't
of
have
those
a
so
half
bad.
door.
I wanted one of those.
No, these got
Avalanches
four
so
doors.
bad when they came out.
Oh, you're talking about the rear door with the window folds
Yeah.
down and all that. Oh, the hinges.
Yeah, they rot there.
When,
People
when
get
we,
dirt, but what it is people get dirt in them
Mhm.
and don't have them clean, keep them cleaned out, and then it kills the seal, and then
like 6 years ago when that truck was, well, maybe more than that, no, about 6 years ago, when it was still in decent shape, our Avalanche, I got in it one time and, it's really super soft suspension. So, it rocks a little bit and I could hear water sloshing in that track where that thing is. I was like, what? And, those, man, they're bad trucks.
I don't know, but
They're
when I was in high school and that truck came
That
out,
fast
because
has
that
a
truck came out
clapalanche.
in like 2002, didn't it?
Yeah, well,
Uh,
it might have been 2001.
The first year
I was still in NOVAtazz when that came out.
2002.
I was like in my last year or so, and I saw that truck and I loved it. I loved the way it looked. The only thing I didn't like was the plastic. And when they started painting the plastics to match the rest of the body, oh my God! I always loved the way that truck looked, but I didn't know.
They finally got rid of that though.
Huh?
Later models got rid of the plastic.
Well, yeah, but
Yep.
I don't like the later models. I like
Yeah.
that first gen.
You like the cat
where
eye
they
ones.
started paint matching the plastic.
You like the cat eye with a paint match. Okay.
Yeah. I don't like the later ones. I think Big E has one of the later ones. I mean, they still look nice. They still look like a nice truck. I just liked the first gens better.
Well, I got one.
I don't
Come
want
on, you know you want to buy it, man.
I do not want to trade my Dodge for it.
I wouldn't trade the Dodge for it. Y'all got too much rust up there, man.
But
Dude,
can't do it.
NOVAtazz, you got to look at the.
I'd be too scared.
You might be able to see it on my Instagram. Literally, I put the rusty ram up on my buddy's lift because I had to check out what was wrong with the front end. And as it was lifting up, it popped the parking brake bracket off the frame.
oh my God.
Nice.
It's bad. It's really bad.
Yeah.
I've got brand new rockers for it right here.
I need door
Brand
bottoms.
spanking new, but I can't put them in.
Yeah, I don't
There's
need
nothing about
rockers.
it.
How
I need
good was
door
this
bottoms.
dealer?
The bottom
When they
of my
lifted
doors,
the truck
outside
off
bottom
from the
of my
frame?
doors are rotted. That's about it.
Like I said,
got rust-free doors here.
I got some rust-free
Where
doors
are
down
you
here. I
at?
can buy a whole truck for $800.
Where are you
This
at?
is
You got,
Michigan.
you got rust-free doors because those things are like you can't find rust-free doors anywhere.
There's barely any on it. It's like surface rust. So
Man, I
got
can
'em with
find
the
y'all a
truck.
billion.
Is it this red one?
yeah, my red one is the rusty ram. If you watch any of my videos, you'll see the doors in the lean-to, the other doors for it. But the rest of the truck's such a piece of shit that it's like pointless to even put the doors on it.
Yeah, here I'll
It'd be
pull
like
up.
putting a screen door on an outhouse. It would be
boy.
pointless.
There's mine.
Oh,
Iron
nice.
Horse and Robert are talking
Oh,
shit
yeah.
in the comments there.
I like that one.
It's a really pretty color.
That's the weird bronzy brown, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I love that color.
it actually is called
Ruby.
bronze. It's called bronze. But yeah, it's bronze, and then it's got the light silver bottom.
Yeah, that's
and
a nice
I've only seen, like, I belong to several Rampages. I haven't seen anybody else post one like that, and I've only seen 2 in person. I've seen one that was completely rotted. It was not an off-road edition. It was just a standard. And then
See, I can
saw
find them trucks.
the one Send It Steve. Send It Steve had one that looked exactly like my truck. About 10 years ago, he had it. And they were making comments that, oh, my truck was his truck because we both live in the same area.
Yeah. Well, the second gen Ram I could find all day around here with no rust for.
I'm gonna get one
between
sometime.
$800 and $4,000. You know, depending on what options you want.
This one was
unless it's got a Cummins in it.
This one is the
stupid expensive.
This one is the Larmine with all of
Laramie.
the options.
Laramie.
There is not a single option this truck does not have.
Yeah, so you can get the SLT Laramie up off-road everything around here for about $3,800, $3,600.
Yeah, this one cost me $2,500.
Now, the truck that's behind Darren there, that Prospector Ram, if it's running and driving, automatically $9,000. If it's nice, you can get it for about 15 or 18.
Really?
Those trucks are really rare around here.
Well, shoot, I'm gonna drive it over to your house and sell it.
Come on, man. Come on.
Once I get that engine done, I'm gonna make like a cross-country trip in it.
Hey, don't be surprised if somebody around here tries to buy it off of you.
Yeah.
I would say Iron
what
Horse
else?
better not be talking
What
about
else
me
did
putting
we leave
videos
out?
out on my Ram. I've got so many freaking videos on my stupid freaking Ram's transmission. I shoved it in the freaking corner of the freaking property.
Now, I think he's thinking about us. I think he's talking about the 30.
I think he's
either talking about Robert's trucks or maybe the 40 Dodges he has. He should make some videos on.
Robert's got a bunch of videos on all of his freaking trucks he's got, and all of the vehicles in the surrounding area from where he lives.
I'm about to say he has like 30 vehicles. I haven't seen all of them yet, but
Iron Horse has like all the Dodges ever made at his friggin' house, or at their house. I'm gonna go over there and.
I know that if you get rid of that red truck, pull those axles.
Yeah, the Trust 44.
That's what makes that truck. The axles and all of the skid plates.
Well, it's got the 2-inch lift blocks in it too. From the factory.
Yeah, because it's
body
you
lift
can
and
fit
stuff.
35s under that truck without lifting it.
I'd like to get another one, and what I was talking to Cletus about is ideally I'd like to find another one, and I don't like options in my trucks. I want it to have vinyl floor. I don't care about anything, just a truck. So if I can get one from him that's rust free, and it's not an ORE, which I'd like to have an ORE, but if it's not, I could take my stuff and put it on there. But the problem with that is that my stuff's in really bad shape from rust. So everything needs to be rebuilt. They're just pitted. They don't look nice.
Hit it up,
you know what I mean?
Clean them up.
I got you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a ton of work. It's really bad. You know what?
If you can find one that doesn't need all that maybe just needs, because it's got so many miles down here, you're looking at 300,000 and 400,000 miles. So you would need to put new gears and stuff.
Yeah.
The OREs have truss axles. What's that?
Half-assed. Have you seen Wicked Fabs' channel?
I subbed to him. I haven't had a chance to watch any yet.
He is completely frame off restoring a second-gen Ram.
Really?
Oh, it is gorgeous.
Huh. I'll have to check it out.
He is doing it for SEMA.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't have to run?
Oh, no, it runs. He just rebuilt the engine.
Damn.
But he rebuilt the engine. The engine's fully painted. The transmission's painted. The whole frame has been done. I think they're working on the body now. But he's been at it for about 1.5 years now.
Nice.
I can say, having hauled several vehicles for SEMA, both in and out of the show, what he said is not untrue. There's many of them vehicles that are pushers only.
Yeah, I know. It's because some projects don't get freaking done on time. Different things. I mean, look at B is for Build. His one vehicle. The first time they had it there, it didn't run.
I mean, there's car shows that Miss Formies went to that are the same way. They're a Concours Gold restoration or whatever you want to call it, but all there is a pusher. They have a dummy engine in them. It won't even start.
Yeah, it's
Every time
they push in the show, they park and put a rope around it and collect a trophy.
Yeah, you should not be able to collect a trophy if your vehicle doesn't run.
Every time that the SEMA shows come around, the terrible welding threads and stuff explode because there's so many super shoddy welding jobs that are painted over. That's
Oh, wow.
the greatest thread.
Um,
So you have to go see like welding mistakes or whatever on Reddit. It's worth it.
where was
I will say some of
um,
the ones we've hauled that do run that we had to drive in the trailer. I mean, it's bad when you step into a little cubicle that's got basically a steel frame with a tarp around it, and you got to strip down and put a paper suit on so you can get in the car to load it in your trailer.
Ew.
the last
Oh
car
yeah,
show
some
that
of
I
us,
had.
some of us crazy and anal.
Yeah. The last time I had my NOVAtazz car show, it wasn't street legal. It wasn't inspected. It was when we had the whole passenger side of the car was basically not connected to the rocker. But we drove it the freaking mile and a half over to the car show from my house, just because I had not missed that Father's Day car show since I bought the car, and yeah, so I wanted to make sure it was there. But that was the last year it went to a car show.
You know, I love these welding hats, but they're like so tall it makes me look like a cone head.
No,
Are you
it's
a cone
that,
head?
you ever seen Little Nicky with Adam Sandler?
Mm.
You got the one
Yeah.
demon with the boobs actually
Oh,
on
shit.
his head.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I don't have a comb either. Dude, this is the Corona shit, man. Like, my hair used to be like shorter than Cletus's.
Mine's
And this
kind of
is-
longer.
My
than
hair got pretty long the year for COVID, and then I shaved it. This is actually growing, so I can grow my mohawk back. So it
Nice.
looks a little shaggy at the moment.
I had a mohawk in high school.
I've had mohawks, since what? I was like early 20s. I've had mohawks the whole time.
Are you going to dye it or just have a mohawk?
If I dye it, I just normally dye it my natural red. It's just I'm gray now because being old and Irish.
Man, you're old.
I'm only 38.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I'm fucking so much older than I think all of you.
But no, my red hair, freaking, it always grays out really super early.
I didn't know that.
Wait till you're past half century, then you can complain about being old.
I'm not there yet.
I'll be there in October. I'll be 50 in October.
Well, Nova, you're about a year older than me. Maybe just a little bit more. But
Yeah.
I hit mine a
start
couple
getting
years ago.
younger when that thing ends up on the road and I can actually drive it and like relieve some of this goddamn stress.
Apocalypse is almost to the 1,000 sub mark.
Who
Who
is?
says
Oh, Apocalypse.
Apocalypse off road? Nice.
I am approaching 2,500.
I only have 3 times. I only have to multiply my subs by 3 to get to 1,000.
You'll get there.
if I hit 1,000 subs, I'll shave mine into a mohawk. And I've never had a
We
mohawk.
got the baby
so.
channel. We're still under
Where are you
100.
at, Cletus? You got probably more subs on TikTok than you do on freaking Facebook by now.
Probably on YouTube, yeah. I think I'm at 760 or something like that.
Yeah, you're getting there.
Yeah, it's coming.
If you do
But-
one of those lawnmower wash videos, you'll get like a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
I will see. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
See,
do
if
it.
he just does the
I'm
truffle
not
shuffle,
wash.
he'd
I'm
get
not
a
doing the
lot
wash.
more. He's got to do the truffle shuffle.
Truffle.
See, the views aren't my problem. I've got a lot of views actually, especially with my dumb how-to videos I used to do.
Yeah, see, the
But,
how-to videos, they don't get you subs.
Right, exactly.
That's where my channel
Like they get a
was
lot
at.
of views.
See, a lot of the people here that view my channel now, they weren't here when YouTube started their freaking bullshit about limiting when you can get monetized. I've been monetized since 2013. But
I got monetized in 2011, but I only had the one video that was doing anything,
Right.
and it took. I've
you
only been
needed
paid
100
once.
views, I think, at that point to get monetized.
I think it was 1,000. I think it was 1,000.
Yeah,
But
something. It was
1,000
just
views. is
views.
nothing. I mean,
But anyway, so I had like 200 subs, and I had like a crazy amount of views. I had like close to 750,000 views. I had a shit ton of views. But then they did that bullshit, and I posted my channel everywhere. Got my channel up above 1,000 subs, so I didn't have to lose that. But I almost lost it the year later because they did a freaking sub audit, and I
What's a
lost
sub
a whole
audit?
bunch. It's where they go through and they pull any inactive or whatever subs from your channel.
Well, and they have to. I
I'd
get it
have, like,
because they
5
had a
subs
bunch,
left, I think.
especially the people that were like in Asia and even Mexico and stuff like that. They would be just subbing to everybody and just doing sub for sub, paying for subs. I mean, there was all kinds of
you'll
stuff
have
that was going
bot
on.
subs and stuff like that where it's
Yeah.
just, you know.
So yeah, they would go to a website and pay $100 and get 1,000 subs. Of
And
course, they would all figure out they were all
the whole
fake.
point of YouTube doing all of this stuff to begin with is to combat those channels that would pop up overnight displaying everybody else's content.
Right.
And then get monetized. They would get a quick $100 or whatever paycheck and then disappear.
And then just do another channel. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. And you couldn't get those fly by night channels, and you know, they were stealing people's content. They were basically farming YouTube for money, and they're like, well, we're gonna put a stop to this. And yeah, it hurt some of the younger channels, but the problem is those channels weren't really making any revenue anyway. You know, if you don't have 1,000 subs and you don't have around 4,000 watch hours, you're not making money on YouTube anyway. You're not making enough to make a paycheck.
I'm surprised, Robert, you haven't hit your 200 hour or your 4,000 hours yet. He needs 200 hours, he says. So I'll be watching some Roberts. If you got the subs, man, I'm sure people can help you with hours.
Yeah.
I'll help you out. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna put you on.
And the thing is the more videos you put out and everything else, the more content you have to farm those views and those watch time. The you know, it's going to be to the point to where you don't even need to worry about it.
Damn shame it's dark out.
I can't see you.
Yeah, I know. I just got passed by a pickup pulling a trailer. They got one. You remember the old, back in the 70s, they're really wild, you know, like down on the desert and out in California where they take an old VW Beetle and they put that dune buggy kit on them.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
I just got passed by one of them hauling one of those dune buggies.
You see those Volkswagen dune buggies up here in PA a lot too. I knew of like 4 of them when I was growing up.
You have, I think, isn't Musty One around you?
Who?
It's a channel, Musty One. He does all kinds of Volkswagen stuff. He's a big channel.
Where's he at?
I thought he was around you. Maybe he's somewhere over in New England.
I'm like Central PA, like Coal Region, Central PA.
I thought that's where he was.
So, like, think Appalachia.
He might be in Maine.
Think Appalachia.
He might be in Maine or something like that.
Yeah. I am literally in the coal mecca of the United States.
Well, at least you're not in Detroit.
No, most of our places, we lost a lot of the people up here in PA. They lost their jobs when the iron industry crashed around here.
Yeah, I think that's
because the iron industry depended on the coal industry, and the coal industry depended on the iron industry. So when the iron industry fell and collapsed out in Reading, a lot of the coal mines up here, they died because they didn't have anywhere to take this coal. And so the town.
Now ours is a high sulfur content, right?
What?
The coal there around PA-Net, it's a high sulfur coal.
I have no idea
compared to other areas.
But I don't know
I
that
think
much
it's part
about
of the
it.
issue.
But I know that a lot of the towns up here died. Like they were really big towns. They were into textiles, coal, and iron up here in this area of Pennsylvania. And yeah, it all dried up and died. So the towns dried up and died.
That makes sense.
Except for the one they tried to burn down.
That one that has like the everlasting fire pit in it?
Hey, Chris, do you remember where I told you I was moving?
Yeah, no, I'll be honest. I forgot the town. You're not that far from there.
It's the town that they moved to. It's the place they moved the town that was burning to.
Okay.
So the original town is now called Centralia. It's what they based the Silent Hill movie off of. loosely based the Silent Hill movie off of.
I'll be back.
But they relocated that whole town, and that town they relocated to is now the town that I'm moving to.
Cool.
So it's I don't want to give away. Obviously, I'm not giving away the name of that town here on YouTube for obvious reasons. But
You don't want all the ladies showing up, throwing their
it's not
bra
the
on your
ladies that
lawn,
I'm
going,
worried about.
take me.
It's not the ladies that I'm worried about. It's all the idiots that like to break into people's stuff and steal shit.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, there was another channel that I was
Shit.
watching.
They show up on Sean's doorstep to Labs to get shot by his other half.
Oh yeah, definitely.
She not one you're gonna mess with.
So tell me what's in your computer over there. I see you got some RGB.
Oh, this over here? It is a Ryzen 9 3900X with the 5700 XT GPU. It's got 32 gigs of DDR4 3200 RAM. And then the motherboard is a B450 MSI Pro Carbon. It's running a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD drive, an M.2.
Sweet.
And the funny thing is it sits funny. I'm not sure if you can see it, but normally the RAM sits this direction. My RAM sits this direction.
Yeah, interesting. You got the AMD spot cooler too.
My I/O board is up here and not in the back.
Interesting.
So all the air comes from the front of the computer and comes across the graphics card and then out the back.
What case is that?
It's shoot, I don't remember what it is. It's a Segotep, but it's a weird brand. You don't see it very often, but it's because the configuration's weird. But you don't have that weird thing of where, like, you know, the air's got to go in one direction and then change to go to a different direction to get out of the case. It all just flows in one direction.
Cool. I have the same processor you have.
That's a quick one.
Yeah, works pretty good.
Yeah, 12 core,
Actually,
12 core, 24 thread.
my girlfriend just got the 5900, and then so she finally got that damn thing.
Yeah, I want the new one, but then if I got the new one, I'd have to upgrade my motherboard. I mean, I could run it on this one, but it'd be pointless to run it on this one.
Yeah,
it's kind of pointless to run the 5900 on the B450 motherboard.
Yeah.
Miss Formie, are you sure you want them to come to your house and wash your vehicles?
I also built my girlfriend's computer, which is sitting over there, and that's got a Ryzen 7 3700X. I'm running the MSI version of the 5700 XT. She's running all of her stuff in her computer is all the Asus ROG Strix stuff. So the high-end Asus stuff. She's got the B450 high-end ROG Strix board with the Wi-Fi. She's running the 3700 XT. She's running 64 gigs of the same RAM that I'm running in mine. And like I said, she's got the 5700 XT GPU from ROG Strix, which is the 3-blade. I have a 2-blade, a 2-fan, and she's got a 3-fan in hers.
Nice.
But she didn't have a limit when she was building hers. She doesn't pay child support.
Yeah.
So she just threw money at it. I think she's got a Fantex case. It's a really pretty case.
Yeah, those are cool.
But yeah, like I said, her money was not an object when she built hers.
The Fantex stuff's pretty nice. I like that stuff.
But yeah, I think the next thing I want to do with this one is just a cable loom. Cable loom all the wires.
Iron Horse, I think y'all should go to PA or Pennsylvania and go watch the Trans Am.
That'd
be a great video.
They'd have to get into the storage locker first.
Well, y'all go. He can go. They can come wash your soles and your Ram then.
There you go. Yeah. Besides, I don't think the TA would look even very good even washed right now because the rattle can paint on it has been kind of beat up by the sun.
Iron Horse, they do a good job washing stuff. But put a big ass sticker.
You can't wash a turd. I mean, I love my TA, but like I said, it was rattle can black. It looked great when I did it, but with no clear or anything on it, sitting out in the sun.
Hey, I'm back.
It just
I got
died.
something to show you guys. I think I told Cletus about it when I was on his live the other day, but now I can show you.
He's so far away we can't hear him very well.
Oh, I thought it was my internet messing up again.
No, he's just too far away from his mic.
I'm wearing my mic. That's weird.
Well,
The
then
mic's
you're
the
too far
Bluetooth
away
too
from
far away.
you're too far away from wherever it's picking it up from. Because it sounds like a bad connection.
Interesting.
That big old steel truck.
Well, if it's a Bluetooth mic, if further you get away from wherever it's getting its signal from, it's going to drop. It's going to have packet loss.
Oh, I bought a
Right,
new camera today. I'm going to take some videos with. We'll see how it comes out.
Check that out. Can you see it?
Some glitter?
Dollar
Powder?
store glitter.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
So I bought some clear. I bought some Matrix, 2K clear, and I'm going to try. I'm building a dry flake gun. So I'm going to try to do some retro 70s, like,
Big flake.
yeah, this is the biggest that I could find
what are you putting it on?
around here. I don't know yet. I'm going to just do a test piece. Since these are at the dollar store for $1 a pack, like,
Well,
check out
these
this
ones
this
aren't
color
cheap,
combo.
But watch, hold on a second.
Like bronze and copper and stuff, but like
Yeah.
a nice series of colors. So I don't know what I'm going to put it on yet, but I've always liked that retro big flake thing, and I can't afford to get the mega flake bass boat stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try it on. I'm going to try my DIY dry flake gun first, see what it's like.
Now I know they use these in like the resin pour stuff and all of that, but mica powders.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Those are pretty expensive.
I watch a channel called Jazz's Art Studio. He's from Australia, but he gave out this big kit called I forget what it was, but it's 3 different boxes. There's the Inky box, the Super Sculpture box, and the Mega Minis box. And literally, this was in the Inky box. All of those freaking colors.
Let me see if I can find my other stuff, and we'll try to compare. You tell me.
But yeah, this was in one of those. I mean, granted, it's not a whole lot of them, but you don't need a whole lot of this stuff to tint clear.
Yeah.
You're too far away from your mic there, buddy.
I've got some actual pearl. Like I've got a bunch of like a bottle of pearl, and I was going to do that, but without. All right, so I don't have the big needle for my paint gun, and I don't really want to buy one, and I don't want to spray flake through my $800 gun. So my idea is to just use my gun as a clear gun, build one of the dry flake guns, do a wet coat, then dust it with the glitter.
Yeah.
So this glitter is actually double-sided. If you go to the craft store, some of the glitter is only shiny on one
and color
side.
on the other.
Really?
Yeah. So, some of the cheap one, and this is actually double-sided glitter, and it's so cheap. So for like $20, I can get a whole bunch of this stuff, and I mean, I really need more than that. But it doesn't like the Big Daddy Roth flake.
Yeah.
It comes in like a big old a thing, but it's expensive. It's a lot of money.
When I do this thing behind me, originally I was going to do the stock Dodge color called Blackberry Pearl. They had it on the Challengers and the Jeep Cherokees. It's basically it's a black to purple. Shift. But
that's pretty cool. The flip flop.
I've since found a better color. They call it midnight. Is it midnight purple or? But it's a candy where you use a black base and you put the purple flake on top of the black base. No, it's a silver, then the purple, and then you have a black clear.
Yeah, that's like a candy.
Yeah, and then that way, so when the sunlight shines through the black clear, it reflects off the purple flake, purple pearl.
Pretty cool.
And will glow purple wherever the sunlight hits it. And then I'm going to run the 5-color blue bird on the hood.
Ooh.
With all of the SE pinstriping in blue, not gold.
Neat.
And that's what I'm going to run on that
sweet.
car.
Have you? There's a channel. I forgot what it is, but all they do is paint cars, like not real cars. I mean, they're real cars, but they're not like a car that gets sent out and bought. So like it's a test car, like different ones, and they do them with these crazy ass paints, like
you sure
glow
that's
in the
not
dark.
the dipping cars? There's a.
It might.
I think it is. I think that's the what they call it. It's basically a liquid wrap.
It might be that, and they do like a 350Z, but they did the glow in the dark and like the starlight thing.
It's called Plasti Dip, and they can just peel it right off when they're done.
I didn't know that it was Plasti Dip.
I've watched it. It might be it, but yeah, it's a really cool. I really like it, but it's good for about 4 or 5 years. But the problem is the longer it stays on the car, it can tend to harden and be harder to get off.
I didn't know that channel was Plasti Dip stuff.
There's nothing wrong with Plasti Dip when done right. The problem is you got too many people that are DIYing it at home that don't know what the hell they're doing.
Dip your car. That's it. So it must be that.
Dip.
Okay. I didn't know that it was Plasti Dip.
It's the original creators of Plasti Dip, the actual name brand.
Really?
And they're showing off their product.
I didn't know that, huh? Neat. I used Plasti Dip like way back, but it was when they sold it to dip like your tool handles and stuff in, not cars.
Yeah, now they do. But the thing is so many people, they don't do it right. They paint their rims and stuff like that. Rims are really bad to paint with it because rims get hot. And so it's not really a good thing to, it changes but rims get hot and it messes with the Plasti Dip.
Oh yeah, that's what I had, Cletus. The same shit.
Yep.
Stuff.
That's where they started.
Neat. What do you use that for, Cletus?
Actually, I use this on the dash of my '84 GMC Jimmy where it's cracking. I shaved it all smooth down and put this in it and let it harden out. For me, it looked better when I painted it than Bondo does.
Bondo doesn't flex. That stuff does.
Right. Because that gas kind of
flexes. If you're going to use a latex or another paint that flexes, it'll hold up better on the dash too. And
my experience, it holds up. I did the same thing on my old Camaro with that same stuff, and it's cheaper actually. But in my experience, it holds better up in the sun as well because it gets pretty hot down here.
Neat. What is I don't know.
I played with my Nova when I first got it. I did my own stripes. In fact, every iteration of my Nova has been done by me. But the one that I liked the most is I primed the whole car in gray primer, and then I painted flames in the confines of a basically a standard 70s SS stripe. And then I misted Malibu blue over top of where the stripes were going to be, just until the black flame disappeared. So literally, I only coated enough so that way the black part of the flame disappeared. And then I painted the whole rest of the car black. You know, I left the Malibu blue was the stripes. I painted the whole rest of the car black. So when you went underneath the street lights, you know, like it wouldn't show up like in a cloudy day. It would have to be really sunny outside or underneath like the halogen lights in a parking lot. You would see the flames come up through the stripe.
Right.
Because I only misted that metallic Malibu blue just enough to hide the black. You know, in a cloudy day. It was pretty cool.
That's pretty sweet. Yeah.
Hey, I'm doing a giveaway on my
super clean,
TikTok.
Huh?
On TikTok, yeah.
Oh shit!
So they contacted me a while
Where they're going to give away.
They did.
Yeah, well, get back with them. They're now doing sponsorships, but they'll do a giveaway on your channel. You want to do a giveaway, or on your TikTok?
Because right now I'm not doing any content, so there was no point in me doing it.
Do it on your TikTok then. It's a lot quicker.
My TikTok isn't doing anything. Every time I put up a video, they freaking flag it for freaking scary.
Yeah, I got one like that. You know, some of my videos got 40,000 and more views, and then I got the burnout videos got like 600.
Yeah, it's like
nobody can look at it unless they're looking for it.
Every time I put up car content, it gets flagged. Mm-hmm. So no, screw it. Don't care. It's TikTok's gonna be like freaking Instagram and shit. Like, Jesus Christ. What was it? I watched something today. It was sensitive content. It was a car being swallowed by a freaking sinkhole. Like, really? That's not scary.
Well, I don't really do that whole TikTok, Facebook thing.
Well, I like watching TikTok. Don't get me wrong. I like watching it.
I don't know.
TikTok is much easier than YouTube. Like to do the videos and to get.
Yeah, I just don't like short videos. Number one, the amount of time and effort that you put into some of those, I don't feel it's worth the payoff. So
I don't put time and effort in mine. So
I
don't care enough about TikTok, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even.
But that's pretty good for me.
I don't do YouTube the way that people do YouTube today. I do YouTube the way people did YouTube 10 years ago.
That's probably my problem too.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's your problem. That's probably my problem as I'm doing it like.
Well, I don't care. I do YouTube for me. I do YouTube because I like sharing what I do.
I see Robert's talking about his GoPros corrupting files and stuff. Man, I threw.
They've always had that problem.
I say I threw my GoPro away, but I haven't used GoPro in a while.
And the thing is it doesn't matter. It's probably not the GoPro. It's probably not the GoPro. It's probably the SD card. When you have a GoPro, you have to run a really good SD card because the GoPro will send information so fast to the SD card, and if the SD card can't write it fast enough, it'll lose it.
Samsung makes a good one, and they're not too bad.
So does SanDisk, but you got to get the SanDisk Gold.
The problem with SanDisk that I found,
they sell too many,
especially if you get them from like Amazon or stuff like that. They say SanDisk on them, but they're not.
Right. The other thing is, like I said, you got to make sure you can't get the regular SanDisk. You can't get their like average everyday used ones. You have to get the ones made for cameras because they can read write fast enough.
So
I guess that's why I like the Samsung.
Then that's the one that you want. It has to say U3.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, and
the
probably
Samsung ones are made for
their
phones.
You probably don't have a good enough SD card in there.
Yeah, if it doesn't have the U3 on it, then it's super slow.
I truthfully don't like the video that comes off of a GoPro. To me, I don't like the fisheye look.
Well, Robert, make sure it has the U3 on it. Like I said, if it doesn't, well, then it might be a software issue with the GoPro.
Yeah, do a firmware update on it. Man, there's a lot of rust in that radiator. I didn't even notice that. It's like all over the floor.
It might not be any good there, buddy.
Yeah, super clean. I did a YouTube for them, Iron Horse. And then I was like, hey, why don't y'all do a paid sponsorship on my video? And they're like, yeah, we don't do that. So then they hit me up later on, and they want me to do one on my TikTok now. So I'll do it.
Yeah.
The radiator is known good. Well, it was known good before I gave it to my buddy Elroy. So the only reason that he took it out is is because when he was having that volcano thing with his, didn't know it was his heads, he was assuming that when he had an issue, the reason that thing's kind of black and it looks like, it had like some oil in it, he thought that was somehow affecting the cooling system and causing it to overheat, but it wasn't. It was absolutely changed the radiator.
Yeah.
I think it's just all this Michigan crap water and it's an old engine, bow tie block. So
ran when parked.
Robert says Super Clean, man, it works good. I use Super Clean.
All my cars ran when they were parked.
I wish Super Clean would pay us
until I took apart everything on it. My poor Nova's been the donor for several vehicles. It no longer has a distributor. It no longer has a carburetor. It has no interior or wiring in it whatsoever.
Half-assed, I keep looking at your prospector back there. I have a deal for you, buddy. I got a clapper lamp with no rust on it. I will trade you.
Let me warn you, half-assed. Our lovely friend Cletus over here, he's a used car salesman from a backlot.
Oh, boy.
I don't know how much I trust what he sells.
Oh, trust me, he ain't never. We already talked. He thinks he's going to sell me that damn Avalanche, but he doesn't know how much I hate him.
You can leave out the fact that he's in Arkansas, right, Sean?
He's been trying to sell me an LQ4 for a while now, too.
Oh, yeah?
When the Nova gets put back together, I either want to put an LQ4 in it, or this is for some reason money lands in my lap or a wrecked Camaro, but I want to put an LSA in it. One of the supercharged LSs that they're coming out with now.
Yeah.
You can get one from Copart. They're not too bad.
Yeah, only $20,000.
Here you go. I'm gonna drop a link for you in the chat here, and just skip ahead to wherever in the video, and you'll see that international that all of this stuff came out of.
I don't know if they'll let you send a link, but you can try it.
Well, it did. It's just whatever. It probably just doesn't show up.
Did you send it in the comments in StreamYard or in the live stream?
YouTube Live.
Oh, it'll Streamlabs will probably catch it and kick it.
It might.
Okay.
If you haven't seen it already,
the only people that it lets post links are people with the little blue wrench.
Right, the mods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, if you haven't seen it already, then it won't.
Yeah, no, it hasn't popped up.
Oh, okay. Then it got
flagged. And you'll probably get a message telling you to not post links.
What link were you?
No big deal. It's to show.
You can always send it in StreamYard in our private comments, and he can copy and paste it from there.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, that
as long as you're trying to send it to Cletus and not to somebody in the chat.
It's just general, whatever, in private chat. But that's my buddy's. I mean, that's the video that I have. But I mean, that's my buddy's supercharged badass international harvester. That thing is so cool, and it's really clean and nice. He's had it forever. It's such a cool truck. So
I just realized I haven't liked this video yet.
Oh my!
Yeah,
God.
So everybody go and like the video if you haven't.
I have 8 likes, so we're doing pretty good.
The way he's got it set up, he's got a supercharger, right, and then it's dual quads on top of the supercharger. But the quads are all hollowed, or the carbs are hollowed out, and he's got fuel injection on it. So it's all fuel injected, but it's still got that classic look of dual quads on top of the blower.
There you go. The one problem I know that I'm going to have with this one here is I'm going to probably have to hog out the center of the intake, because it's a pretty sure those are a dual plane intake on the Pontiac 400s. Either way, it needs that if there's one of those center dividers down the center of the intake, you have to get rid of that, because these Holley EFIs don't work well when it's split up.
Do you wouldn't it just be? Are you using a factory manifold or an aftermarket?
The whole point of this is I'm trying to fix my carburetor and timing issues, because when I bought the engine, I knew that the carburetor was junk. All of the rods that go through to hold the valves, they're all bad. So they all need to be rebushioned. The carburetor needs a complete rebuild anyway. So trying to find the right carburetor for that engine, not to mention the fact that it's cammed. It's got the Ram Air 4 cam in it from the early GTOs.
Right.
Cool. And the fact that the heads are shaved, and everything else. So it's got some modifications. So even if I did rebuild that stock carburetor, I'd have to have it tuned. Because I'd have to have it tuned so it would run with that cam and everything. So
and still maintain your factory shaker look.
Right, and that's the biggest thing that I want. I want to maintain my factory shaker. They're expensive. I paid a lot for the Pontiac 400 because that car originally came with the Olds 403. So when I bought the Pontiac 400, I had to buy a whole new shaker setup because the Olds 403 shaker does not fit on a Pontiac 400 because where the intake is in a different spot.
Offset.
Yeah, they're offset and they're not the same height. So every single engine that came in one of these cars had a different shaker setup for every single engine. That was an option for that car.
Weird.
I also got in an argument the other day with somebody else. They were talking about swapping in. I think they were swapping in a Buick 455, and then what I wanted to tell them was the fact that any engine that got put in one of these cars, it wasn't in the factory location of like a standard Firebird or the Camaro. The engine location was down lower and further back than any other. Like you can't. I know there's a lot of people that take the Firebirds and turn them into Trans Ams. But what they never do is they never know that they got to move that engine down. Because
no, I don't know that much about those, to be honest.
Well, it was one of the things that they did to help improve the cornering and handling of the cars.
Which is why they would out-skid pad any stock vet from the same corresponding
or even the
year.
Camaros. The Camaro and the Firebird are basically, for all intents and purposes, basically the same car. But
same body shell.
But DeLorean had a few tricks up his sleeves to get these cars to handle better than the other division. One of them, like I said, was dropping the engine down lower and further back than came in those cars standard.
Interesting. I mean, it works.
Yeah, it lowers the center of gravity. It lowers and centers the center of gravity.
Lower center of gravity and then balance the weight front and rear to make it balance better.
What am I sharing here, please?
The Mopar, I just kind of got stuck on the Mopar thing, and they just keep finding me. So I'm not really
as much as I love Chargers and Challengers, the Trans Am would still outperform it on the maybe not in a straight line.
Well, it's a B body versus basically an A body.
What for the?
So your car is a tiny little car. It'd be more compatible to
the
like a Duster. Yeah.
Trans Am isn't as small as you think it is.
Isn't it the size of a Duster, Challenger?
I'm not sure. I've never had them next to each other. I mean, but it's what, 19 feet long? No,
it's a pretty long car.
Yeah, it's a long car.
Not as long as
Chargers
some
were
cars.
friggin' big. Those were big ass cars. The Chargers,
it's not as
all
big
the
as a
B-body
Charger.
Coronets and stuff were huge.
Yeah, it's not as big as a Charger. That would be more of the Chevelle.
Yeah, so that would be all the Chargers, Coronets, Super Bs, all that. Those would be B-body cars.
They'd be like the GTO. The GTO would be.
Yeah, stuff like that. So your car would be more compatible to the early Dusters and Challengers and Cudas and that.
Dusters are too small. Dusters are smaller than the Challengers.
They're about the same size, roughly, I think. E-body and A-body, they're close-ish. I mean, it's still cool. I mean, I like your era of car. I've always thought they were cool. You just can't find them up here that aren't totally destroyed.
Yeah.
They're ragged out.
I mean,
rusty.
I like the earlier cars as well, like the earlier Challengers and stuff like that, but they're too expensive for me to play with.
Yeah, they're insane.
Even this car is freaking stupid expensive.
Yeah, that's why I got this truck. I can't afford those cars anymore.
Well, the thing is I have the 77 Nova and this car, and they basically share a lot of the same stuff. The whole front suspension on the Nova and this Camaro. I mean, in this Camaro. Oh my God, Chris, shoot me, drag me out and beat me.
Hey, Camaros are awesome now. Don't bullshit.
But
I think
the
he
Trans
needs
Am,
another drink.
the Trans
Holy
Am
crap.
and the Nova, they share a lot of the front suspension. The 4th gen Novas literally have a bolt-on front suspension for any of the 70 to 81 F bodies. Their rear suspension is still standard, second and 3rd gen Nova stuff, but the front end is all F body stuff.
That's kind of like how the Mopars were. A lot of that stuff was basically the same for years and years and years.
Well, I'm trying to share here.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to share.
This is a sneak peek of the Clapperlanche before it hits my channel here.
All right, we'll pop it up here.
All right, y'all ready? This is where I bought it from. Y'all can tell it's Copart there.
I have a Copart right by where I work.
You
That's
can
the
sometimes
same
get some good deals.
Damn truck that I have, the same one.
See, I
Only thing
always like
different
the
the
red
color.
ones.
Yeah, we have the sunburst orange one.
Look at that right there, though.
It's got more mileage than my fucking Dodge does.
How many miles do you think that Avalanche that you saw on my channel has? Take a guess. As bad as condition as it is.
280,000.
163,000.
Golly, nope.
How many miles do you think the Rusty Ram has?
500,000.
220.
Hey, Rusty, really?
You have less mileage on that Ram than mine is. Mine has 263,000 miles on mine.
Yeah. The body's just you can't get miles on a car up here because it just rusts out underneath
Yes,
you.
sir, Robert. Thank you for the name there.
It's not much better here in Pennsylvania. I just got lucky with this truck. I think
Do you guys
90%
use a
of
bunch
the
of
life of
salt
this
or
truck
sand?
is spent inside of a garage.
Do you guys use salt or sand on your roads
Salt.
there? Or both?
Salt.
Really?
Salt and what they call a brine solution, which is not just salt.
Right.
The stuff that they have
gets
here
icy
is
here.
so nasty.
If it gets icy here, we use sand, but it doesn't happen often.
And
This year it happened.
that's why you have like everybody just can't drive down there as soon as there's a freaking dusting of snow.
Shoot, it's the same thing when I was in Detroit. It starts snowing at all. Everybody's in the ditch.
So, you don't have that up here in PA. We know how to drive in the snow.
Michigan and Pennsylvania's not that far apart from each other.
Same latitude, roughly.
Yeah,
I think.
but with just stuff we just know how to drive.
Well, I didn't say Michigan. I said Detroit. I think people in Detroit just can't drive at all, though. They were in the ditch when it wasn't snowing. So.
Some of us can.
Are you in Detroit, the city itself?
Not far from it. I grew up in Detroit.
No,
watch your Cletus. He's gonna come there and he's gonna go whip your ass.
I'm not a violent person.
He's gonna run you over with that Dodge sitting behind him.
More like
I'll
run me over that
drive
lawnmower.
And just let all the rust and parts fall off and crush it.
I'll drive my Clapperlanche up to Michigan right now.
Dude,
It won't make it. It won't make
out of
it.
here.
I bet
We
it
don't
would.
want-
It's got the
we
good
don't
engine in it.
No, it's the rest of it would just fall apart.
It is
We
pretty.
do not want Avalanches. I don't know why you're trying so hard to sell me on it. I hate those things,
Because you need one.
dude. I
really
never
trying to
like
sell
it.
to you guys. I've actually already got it sold. So if I buy a
really?
vehicle here at all, I get it sold. I buy them real cheap, and I sell them real cheap. So
There's a sucker born every minute if you fucking sold that
I tell them
Avalanche.
everything about it. I when I sold it to them, I even called it the Clapperlanche. So
Iron Horse says the
Really?
A body is the smallest.
Yeah, there's kind of in the same realm.
The A bodies
I
are
don't
the
know.
Dusters and the Demons, right?
E-body or A-body. I don't remember, actually. Yeah, but,
The
Iron
Duster
Horse...
and the Demon's got to be
they know
smaller than the
what's up.
Challenger.
The Demon is the Challenger. It's the same... Oh, you mean the
Duster
new one?
and the Demon. No, not new stuff.
No, the
stuff.
old one. They're the same
The Duster
car.
and the
They're a
Demon were the
Challenger.
same car. Because that was
I look
Chrysler
offended
and
when he
Dodge.
said new stuff, Nova.
I don't remember.
Old stuff.
Yeah,
I
hey,
honestly
The
just
Duster,
don't
and
Nova,
the,
they're-
the Duster and the Demon were the same car. One was from
Yeah,
Plymouth
you've
and one was
already-
from Dodge. It
Right.
was the Plymouth Duster and the Dodge Demon. And then you had the Challenger. I don't know what the Challenger's counterpart was. Was there a Plymouth version?
CUDA.
The CUDA. Yeah, the CUDA and the Challenger. And then you had the Charger and the Satellite, right?
Yeah,
I think the Charger and the Satellite were the same car.
Iron Horse knows all that trivia stuff. I can't remember.
You probably know that stuff. Did you see the new Broncos yet, guys?
You mean the
I did.
Jeeps?
Not the sports, but the actual Bronco one?
I don't know. I haven't really paid attention to new cars because they have not made anything that makes me want to go, ooh, I want that.
Well, you should check out the new Bronco. It's pretty slick.
I don't care. I didn't like the old Bronco. I don't like Broncos.
The new big one's not
the only
that
Bronco
bad.
I've liked. Okay, no, I lie. I liked like the first gen and like the Bronco that competed with like the K5 Blazer. I like
the
those.
70s. The first
I have not liked any. I have not liked any things that I have seen of the new Bronco. I have not liked any of them. I don't like the way they look. I don't like them.
Like the little Bronco Sport that came out earlier, that one is not the same as the new big one.
They have a big one now?
Yeah.
I have one that looks like a 67 Bronco. The Bronco said you liked.
I'll have to look at it. Like I said, I have not seen anything that they have made that has made me go, oh, I want it. Even from Chevy, I can't say their new Camaro that I've sort of been like, oh, I've got to have it.
I don't even like the new Camaros.
Are you going to share a picture of it?
Yeah, this is the new Bronco.
No. Ew. Gross. Goodbye.
Well, I'll tell you this. What if they come out with a new Nova? They could even make it electric,
They have not made anything other than... Like, I'm sorry. The Dodge Challenger has been the epitome of bringing the classic back because that actually gives you the feeling of the old school cars. It's a little chunky compared to the older cars.
They had to do that for all the safety.
Well, yeah, they have safety measures. They have to make sure that the door height is a certain height. I understand why they did it. There's a fly.
The 05 Mustang was the first one that did
it,
and it was kind of retro-ish looking.
The Camaro, the first gen Camaro that they came out, the new first gen, the new retro
09,
Camaro,
2009. Yeah.
I like that one. I like the one they came out with just after that. The 1LE, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one. The one that they came out with in like 2019 or whatever.
Yeah, 2014 and newer.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like the way they did the front nose.
What do you think about the new Corvette?
The
rear engine, mid engine.
I can't say I hate it.
Cool idea.
I like it, but I don't like it. I like the C7 more than I like the C8. I like the performance the C8's got. I kind of like the styling, but it doesn't feel like a Corvette to me.
PT Cruiser was the first retro. Yeah, maybe.
Remember, I was telling you guys about my buddy that ruined this radiator.
And the PT Cruiser.
He's building a
and
PT Cruiser gasser.
What about Thunderbird?
Thunderbird came out about the same time.
2002, yeah.
Yeah, PT Cruiser. What was the other? The little retro roadster thing.
Prowler.
The Prowler.
97?
See, now, if they would have put a V8 in the Prowler, that thing would have fucking sold.
That thing would have came apart.
It's still a cool-looking car.
Oh, it looks cool, but it wasn't built well.
It is a cool car. And then you had, like, the SSR, and you had the HHR.
The SSR.
SSR was so horrible looking. Yeah, HHR too.
The little retro truck Corvette thing.
Yeah, horrible.
They're pretty rare now.
Yeah?
Dude, because they're awful. There was one of those auto auctions, and that Monte Carlo they kind of came out with, they discontinued, and they had the Dale Earnhardt version of that.
Yeah,
and apparently somebody bought that car when it was new, and then they thought it was going to be special, so they had it shipped and it had no miles on it. So he stored it for 10 years or whatever it was, and at this auction is going across the block, Dale Earnhardt, whatever it is, no miles, stored, and no one would bid on it.
Oh, no.
Front-wheel drive. Nobody wanted them. I mean, I liked the way they looked. But who
was
wants
that
a
front-wheel drive? I thought it was rear-wheel drive.
Who wants a front-wheel drive Monte Carlo?
Even the front-wheel drive Chevy Impala SSs. I mean, even the Impala SSs for front-wheel drive.
Yeah.
So.
Freaking ugly.
That's
the V8 front-wheel drive.
That Monty is the only car that I've seen in recent years that doesn't look good at any angle. Like sometimes you get a 3/4 and you're like,
I actually
really
kind of like the look of it. I don't love it,
Really?
but I kind of like
the
it.
late
Yeah.
90s Monte Carlos I didn't have that big of an issue with, except for the problem, again, like I said, they're front-wheel drive.
Well, and they're kind of
I thought they were rear wheel drive.
No, front.
No.
I hate them
front-wheel
even
drive.
more now.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Well,
I hate them almost as
kinda
much
junk.
as
They had
Crapavalanche.
overheating issues, and the Avalanche. It's kind of to me. It looks like it was based on the Pontiac Aztec.
The what?
I like the Aztec.
Pontiac Aztec.
Yeah, and again, the Aztec. The thing is the Aztec, the HHR, the Cavalier, and the what was the other car? They were all on the freaking Cavalier chassis.
Mm.
The
A bunch of my
HHR
buddies-
is a Cavalier.
Are in bands, and they could fit almost all of their band equipment in an Aztec. The whole drum kit, bunch of amps. I think the only thing that they couldn't fit in there was like their three guitars.
The Aztec I don't think was on the Cavalier chassis, but it did have all the Cavalier running gear.
Well, the PT
really?
Cruiser's nothing but a damn
Neon.
neon. Yeah, same engine and everything.
Yeah, it's a neon.
Ugh, junk.
And the thing is that same neon. The neon is the Mitsubishi. It runs the same engine as the Mitsubishi, the little tiny Mitsubishi.
What's the
Galant?
fast neon?
Huh?
I want that one.
Oh, the
SRT?
SRT4.
That
Or,
one.
They
Yeah.
were actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I want one of those.
They look like
But
ass steel,
if
but
you
they're
pull the
actually pretty cool.
the engine out of a Dodge Neon, it's a Mitsubishi motor.
Oh, I can see that.
That little 4-cylinder is a Mitsubishi engine.
Back
Then
in the
again,
day, I had
the Ecotech out of the Cavaliers is also a Japanese engine.
Well, the Pontiac Vibe is a Toyota.
Is
Got a
it?
Toyota engine in it. Yep.
I gotta go pee. Hang on.
Yep.
Just don't leave the door
Toyota's-
open. Nobody wants to
Toyota
see
was called a. What was
It's like
Toyota?
40 feet away.
Yeah, leave your mic. No.
that. Here, I'll
You
mute
won't
him.
hear me.
I'll mute him. I got it.
I forgot what the
There he
Toyota
is,
was
he's
called. No, the Toyota Matrix. And the Pontiac Vibe is the same
Yeah.
thing.
Well, it's like the Sky
Mhm.
is an Opal.
Saturn Sky. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an Opal. It literally, I mean, it's blatantly an Opal. It is blatantly an Opal. They didn't change
Them
much.
are getting kind of rare now. Actually,
Yeah.
they're getting kind of the price of them are going kind of up a little bit. They made a Pontiac. I think it was called same thing. It's same thing as Sky.
Wait. The Italians loved horsepower, so it was a good purchase. What did I miss? Wait, where?
Don't know.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out.
not what we was talking about earlier. I'm sure.
Well, I'm not talking about the 74 Opel GT. We're talking about what was it? The Opel.
No, he's saying he has a 74 Opel.
Yeah. What was that? What was the little roadster? The Opel.
Man, I don't know anything about Opels.
God, now I got to know.
4-man's Corvette.
It was more like a BMW Z4.
Yeah, Z3, Z4, yeah. The new Toyota Supras are a BMW engine, from what I've told.
You have 5 hours and 37 minutes of remaining drive time.
Oh,
Hush.
that's
All right.
Yeah, before I got to take a half-hour
Pilot
break for
says
my 8
Opel
hours.
GT.
Yeah, that's it.
Half-fast is back.
Uses the Kappa automotive program shared by the Pontiac Solstice.
You can click on mute half-fast.
Oh, yeah, you can do it to yourself, but I just muted you just in case we were to hear any P sounds.
You wouldn't have. It's way outside. I have no. Once I leave the metal building, like there's no signal. Like my headphones just shut off.
Yeah, it was
so.
the Opel GT.
Yeah, Pilot was right then.
But the thing is like I said, they didn't change much to make it into the Pontiac, the Solstice.
No,
or the
not really,
Sky.
did they? Not much.
They did not change much, but that's because GM bought Opel.
Oh, and like I said, the Pontiac Solstice was the same car too. So
Oh,
They
the
look
Pontiac,
kinda
the
neat for the
PT Cruiser
time.
is a neon chassis, yeah.
Headlights had a
it's
hand
it's
crank.
neon chassis and engine.
On the old the 74 GT.
Huh.
Oh, that's weird.
Gotta flip them up. You didn't flip them up quickly. You had to crank those suckers up.
That'd actually be kind of cool.
Hey, I mean, geez, we had how many problems with the Corvette and
The vacuum
the
ones.
Firebird and the Camaro, the Firebird flip-up headlights. I mean,
If I'm not mistaken, the old Chargers, like the 68 and the 71s and all that, those hideaway headlights, you could crank those open in case you had a failure on the road at night. You could open them
I
up.
think you could do that with the Camaros too, but the Camaros were vacuum actuated.
Oh, Italians buying Dodge.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
So was the Dodge stuff. Those were all vacuum actuated, or they were electric motor actuated. You're right.
Yeah, the
And 71.
Camaros and the Corvettes were vacuum actuated.
Man, when I had my 57 Chevy, that thing, the friggin' vacuum wipers failed on a big long trip, like a 10-hour trip. And I had to lay under the dash, and my dad was driving it, and like work the cable in a big, huge thunderstorm that lasted like 8 hours.
That sucks.
Frickin' vacuum wipers. Damn it. Hate those things.
It's okay. I'm sure Pamela had a workout that night then.
We got rid of it. I sold that car. They're not my thing. Try fives.
Elon Musk is not getting any views on my channel. Forget it.
It's got plenty of power.
No.
It could pull more than a semi.
No, you might as well take it down. It's not showing up on the channel.
0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds.
You're about ready to get booted.
Come
You
on.
can't throw. It won't. The windows won't withstand a steel ball, though.
Okay, most windows won't.
It wouldn't
They
stand
said that-
Cletus's balls hitting it either.
They said that thing got damaged ahead of time, but
Maybe.
in reality, the windows will do it. But they said it had a crack in it or something.
I mean, I'm not really worried about
That's
that.
just like their 0 to 60 time they tried to freaking pull the other week. That wasn't freaking true either.
Who was that?
Their
Tesla?
Yep.
No, you can watch videos all day on YouTube about people taking them to the track.
No.
The other day I was
claimed
watching them to beat a Dodge.
2 second
I mean,
0
like
to
it's
60
nothing.
time in their new one car.
Oh, I
and
haven't seen
nobody
that
could
yet,
replicate it. And then they came back and they said, it was on an actual freaking drag strip with freaking special tires and no,
Ludicrous
that's not a
mode
true
and all
0
that.
to 60.
Now, which one is it? I can't think of it, but there's a channel where the guy goes and races. Like, people will build cars that are super fast, and he'll take his regular Tesla, he'll push the button that says ludicrous mode and beat him. Like, had
But that's not
Dodge Hellcat or whatever, 707 horsepower.
It's 4-wheel drive
smoked
and fucking electric motors. Of course it's going to go.
Yep, but it's cheaper than that Hellcat. Than that
But the
Dodge
problem is
Hellcat.
I
that
don't
they can
care.
cut you off.
That Tesla's not going to make me smile like that Hellcat will.
I didn't think so, but when I drove one, I actually drove one, and I think it's on my TikTok, not my YouTube. That power, you don't get the same feeling. You don't get the old gasoline smell, but that power is ridiculous. It'll throw you back in your seat.
I don't care. I don't like my classic V8 because it throws me back in the seat. I like my classic V8 because of the way that it smells, the way that it feels, the way that it drives.
Don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of the older cars as well.
I don't give a shit if it does 200 miles an hour. I don't drive it because it goes 200 miles an hour.
So out of the newer
thing.
cars, I'm going to say I like the Teslas better than some of the newer.
We're getting into this area in life where your car is no longer a car. It can be shut off and locked out, and all of the features disabled and susceptible to all kinds of software, like corruption, hackers.
Yep.
There ain't no freaking hacking this Dodge or that Scrapalanche. But now you can get Bluetooth, like you guys. I don't know if you've seen them, but you can go. There's videos where these people go by with those Bluetooth scanners and they can activate those Teslas and the volts and all those things.
I know a Tesla, you can push the button and it'll drive to you out of its parking place.
There's all kinds
but I haven't seen it where people can control them.
No, I am not a fan of Elon. Not at all. I'm not saying that he's not. I cannot make any comment about him as a person. I'm not. I just no. I don't care for them. I'm allowed an opinion. I don't say that you guys can't have an opinion. I'm not saying you guys can't like electric vehicles or whatever. Just no.
Well, it'll get to a point where you don't buy a package, like any type of package other than a trim package from the dealer. Like you're not going to get like the limited slip. You're not going to get whatever it is. You're going to get an upgrade, like an unlocked software feature on your car. So if you want heated seats, then you're going to have to pay for that feature, but it'll already be in the car. It'll just open up and allow you to use it. Or
they've been doing
speed.
that for years.
Yeah, they've been doing that for years.
I bought a Dodge.
You can go.
I bought
a
2012 Ram.
Oh, go ahead.
They had everything, but it didn't have cruise control. So I just went and bought a cruise control, and pretty much it popped the little plastic cap off, plugged cruise control right back in, and then I had to cut a hole.
The difference, though, is that once you do that, you can continue to use it forever with no thing. But all of these electric cars that are connected will understand.
So you're saying they're going to start paying a subscription for it?
You have to pay a subscription for ludicrous mode.
Oh,
pretty
boy.
much.
Maybe.
So they can shut off anything that you opt.
You think about it. Our computers are the same way. We have all of these features and everything else. You go buy. All right. So I have a giant wall of DVDs downstairs. Jess keeps telling me to get rid of them, and I told her I'm not going to. And the thing is she's like, but we have this on here. I was like, yeah. Till they decide to change it or take it away.
Yeah, until they decide they're not going to play that anymore.
You look at let's just look at some Disney movies for example. Everybody remember Aladdin, right? The original Aladdin movie. The song Arabian Nights.
Mm.
They had that one scene about, how they were so ruthless and violent or whatever. That's no longer in the movie. You will not find a modern copy of that movie that has those lyrics in it.
Well, you can't find the E.T. one with the cops with the guns. They've changed all to walkie-talkies, too.
Oh, my God.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's the Star Wars where they changed from Han shooting Greedo to where Greedo fires first, and they, digitally made Han look away because they didn't want to portray Han as this killer, even though he is. So they made him retaliate in self-defense.
Yeah. Everything, anything that's digital.
That was Lucas.
Anything that you have that is digital or electronic can be changed. It is not.
Yeah.
It is not a permanent fixture of anything.
Hey, I have to go in because it's midnight and I still have to take a shower without waking everybody up.
Oh, that's fine. You can come and go as you want on this live stream as long as you have the link. I can add if Cletus wants to give me. I don't think I have your Facebook, but we have a.
I got it on Instagram, so.
Yeah, we have a chat group on Facebook Messenger that I normally post the link to. I don't normally post it to other things because you can't open the link really in Instagram and stuff like that normally.
Yeah, it's private message stuff.
Yeah, just add me to whatever it is, Cletus, and I'll check it tomorrow or whatever.
He can't add me to. He can't add you to the group because he's not in it.
Or whatever.
But
we'll get you set up.
His choice.
All right, cool. Well, I appreciate you letting me come on and chill out. It was a lot of fun. I hope everybody had a good time. Iron Horse, Roberts, everybody, Miss Formula.
Yeah.
I'm
We
trying
tend to be
Firebird
here
Nation.
every Sunday unless I don't happen to be here.
Cool. Yeah,
Well,
it's hard for me to make it a lot of times. Like tonight, I didn't even, you know what I mean? So,
I'll let you know when I make the video showing you how slow y'all's lawnmowers are.
All right, and then I'll break out the
Cletus.
Hustler Zero Turn and smoke your ass.
Okay.
All right.
No, I don't care. It's all about fun. So if anybody is watching the stream and they want to participate in the 40-foot mower race, all you got to do is have a mower, mark out 40 feet, and just have fun and make a video of any goofy thing that you want. You can just race your mower for 40 feet with your phone and post a time, or you could make a whole big thing out of it and make a video.
So I've got one of them old mechanics mowers and a G-string, and that's what I'm doing. So
there you go. Perfect. The only rule is that you got to have fun and don't take it too seriously, because there was already somebody that took it way too serious and they were bummed out, and they were because I guess they didn't get called out or they didn't get included in the right way. I don't know. But
people get hung up on the stupidest shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's miscommunication, I think. But just have fun with it. Everybody's invited.
I'm glad to have had you on here half-assed. You were definitely fun to have here. So,
Yeah, likewise, it was awesome. Thanks a
All right, well,
lot.
you are welcome back anytime.
Appreciate it, buddy.
All right. See
Y'all
you
have a
later.
great night. See ya.
You too, man. Have a good night.
I'm gonna have to start paying for freaking StreamYard so I can have the more people up on the screen.
Oh, did you have more people wanting to join tonight?
No. But if let's just say I had all the regular people here. It'd have been Big
Yeah.
E. It'd have been Katarina. It would have been you. It'd have been Chris. It would have been me. It'd have been half-assed. You know, sometimes we would have the other Chris on. Like I'm getting to the point where four screens might not be enough.
Right.
Robert's Garage, if you ever show back up here. Not that I don't mind you in a chat, but
He's a big YouTube star now.
I know,
Come on, he ain't
I'm
got time
too
to
good
be on
for
your
him.
live.
The thing is
he's got as many
still here
subs
the
as
whole
you
time
got
anyway,
in
'cause
9
he's just
months.
in chat. He's still here the whole time anyway. He's in chat. He's just not up here on the screen. It's because he wants to secretly drink that Fireball without making an ass out of himself. That's what it is. Even though he didn't really make an ass out of himself that night either. He might have thought he did, but I don't think he did.
I'm back. Damn internet.
Yeah, I know you had a nice, good shot of the top of your head.
I'm not going bald or anything, am I?
Yeah, I know. You might have to get that. What is that shit that all of the YouTubers are promoting right now? The Keeps.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's Keeps is getting almost as bad as the what is it? The Manscaped freaking commercials.
Yeah.
The lawn.
Well, there was a video game commercial. It wasn't a video game. It was an app that everybody did for a long time too. It's something about Raiders or something.
Raid Shadow Legends. They're still doing.
Yeah,
that.
that's what it was.
Like the current ones are Raid Shadow Legends. The that food delivery company. Which one's that one?
Bunch of them. Uber Eats.
No. It's actually it's kind of like they give you all of the stuff you need to make a meal.
Oh, Blue Apron?
Nope, not Blue Apron.
Okay.
I know it's one that I want to actually try because some of their food looks really, really freaking good, and I'm good at cooking anyway. So, it's just it'd be nice to like. At the moment it is now, I have to think about what I want to freaking make, and when I go to the store, it's like I always think of the same stuff I always make. So it'd be nice to have somebody else's idea and say, "Here's the recipe, here's the ingredients, make this." You know what I mean? You get stuck in a rut.
He would join you.
Yeah, you get stuck in a rut. You start making the same shit all the time. I made chili this weekend, and oh my god, did it freaking come out fucking awesome! And Jess's one part is he makes it with beef chunks, like stir fry chunks, instead of I always make it with ground beef. I've always made it with ground beef, but he makes it with the little tiny beef chunks, like smaller than
some people
beef stew.
I don't know if you've ever been to a chili cook-off.
Yeah,
I've won a couple of them.
I got beat out everybody that had my chili loved it, but you know what? Everybody that won was from The Office, not The Office, a TV show, but like management. I got beat out because none of it was when I worked at the state hospital. So all of the people in management can come down and come vote and try the chili because they're not direct care workers.
Sure.
They put it at a time that direct care workers are the busiest, right at lunchtime. All of us, we're all freaking sitting there having to feed, the clients and all that stuff. So you don't have time to take a break at lunch. You either take it right before lunch or right after lunch. But yeah, so like I already knew that most of the people that I worked with loved my chili, so I entered it. Problem is all of those people, they weren't there to vote. They all voted for each other's chilies from the office people's. But no, I make a really freaking banging chili. The problem is I can't find ghost peppers anymore.
No, but now you can find Carolina Reapers a little easier. I don't know if you want to try that. Really?
I used to have a girl that I worked with that used to grow ghost peppers. And so I would snag a couple when I was making chili. And I put a bunch of different peppers in my chili. Mainly because, like, a lot of people's chili, you'll notice it hits you at different times. Some chilies will hit you as soon as you take that first bite. Some you'll get it as you're, like, eating it. And then some of them you'll get, like, after you've had a couple bites. It starts getting hotter as you eat it. My chili normally hits you all 3 places because I put different types of chilies in mine. So you'll get those chilies that hit you right off the get-go. You'll have those chilies that take a little bit to kick in. And then you have those chilies that take a lot of time to kick in that really kick your ass at the end. But yeah, so I have my chili normally, you know,
You have 5 hours
it's pretty
and
good all
36
the way
minutes
through.
of remaining drive time.
Did you know a lot of people start their chili out with a can of Hormel chili?
I don't.
I wouldn't either, but
No,
I
my
learned that
chili
when I went
starts
to
out. My chili starts out.
I went to a
normally
chili
ground
cook-off,
beef.
like I'm not talking like a small one. I went to like a actual like big chili cook-off, and I seen that. I'm like, they shouldn't even be allowed to be here, but
No.
whatever.
Like my chili normally is started with ground beef. I cook it fresh, ground beef. I normally do a can of tomato paste, 2 cans of sauce, 4 cans of diced tomatoes.
Oh, that sucks.
What sucks? My recipe?
Right, no, Robert's Garage had a mild heart attack a few weeks ago.
Oh no, that's not.
Oh,
good.
really?
Sorry to hear that,
Oh, that's
Rob. You're gonna have to watch yourself for a little while. Send It Steve had a heart attack right after he started his YouTube channel.
Sugar, man. Sugar's what's doing it. I
He had
promise
to
you.
change his whole. He had to change his whole way of life, like on a dime. Now, granted, he's a healthier person for it now, but
Sure, of course.
you know,
Iron Horse said he'd join us if he had the link.
get with us and we'll talk about that next week. Then it's a little late to join now because I'm not going to be on here much longer because I have work in the morning.
Work? What is work?
Unfortunately, remember that thing of telling you why I wasn't on here for the last couple of weeks? Well, work changed a whole bunch of shit. I also just lost a staff, so I'm down a staff.
I see people on Facebook all the time. You know, fuck, Facebook's nothing but a bunch of boomers, really. But they're on there complaining, people aren't wanting to work anymore. I'm like, dude, I haven't worked in over a year.
Yeah, no, we don't have. We are looking for people so bad,
dude. And people are looking for jobs, but they're not going to pay.
Why would people want to work if they're paying them to stay at home?
Well, that's not the true thing. I mean, there might be some, but most people are just going into better jobs. You know, minimum wage in Arkansas now is $12 an hour. So people are coming from Tennessee, Texas, all kind of places where it's still $7.25, and they can't find people at other places. So,
well, we have decent jobs here, and like where I work is a decent job, but.
Sure.
Yeah, no. In Pennsylvania, no, they're staying home because they're still getting paid almost
y'all
as
have
much as they were
I'm sure there's
getting paid
requirements that
when
y'all
they
need,
left.
though.
Huh?
There's sure requirements at your job. No entry level could work there. I mean,
Yeah, they can.
oh, they can. Well,
Not
then,
my job, but direct care, yeah.
where you're hiring, I'm saying.
Yeah, direct care. It's what we're missing. We need direct care. Our supervisors are working direct care because there's not enough direct care people working.
I don't know. Unemployment's the lowest it's been in like 5 years, so I don't know.
Yeah.
People are doing it. People are working. So I don't get what people say that. I think it's just media, man. Media needs to quit.
I don't know. We literally don't have enough workers. I mean, there are so many people hiring.
Probably because there's so
around
many
us.
jobs out there. Yeah, there's just everybody. And it's all competitive now. People are paying extra to pull people in, giving them bonuses and all kinds. It's a
Our
workers
job's
market right
offering
now,
them like
which doesn't usually
$500
happen.
sign-on bonus.
Oh, nice. Yeah, see? You
Still
should be
can't
pulling
get
people
anybody.
in.
So I don't know what gives.
Robert said he's going to run on a treadmill and some other crap. Yeah, I guess that's what you got to do, man. That's for the stress test anyway. I haven't ever done one. Of course, I'm a little bit younger than you, but that sucks, man. You got to take care of yourself.
I don't know. I forgot where I was at before the whole job thing. You just threw my ADD train completely off.
Hey,
the
yo,
rails.
I messed you all the way. I think we was talking about electric cars.
No, fuck you.
Damn it, man.
Goddamn, I gotta bleep
You're gonna come
myself
around
now.
one day.
I gotta
One
bleep
day, if
myself.
I'm up in PA,
I won't
I'm
have
gonna
a choice because
get an
everything will be
car.
electric. I won't have any other freaking choice. I'll be the
Well,
old man.
it's not
grumbling
like they're
about
gonna
back in
outlaw-
my day. We had
They're
cars
not
that
gonna
actually were
outlaw
freaking
the
fun to
cars.
drive.
Well, the new cars, I see why they're going electric. Have you driven a new car lately? They're not
I have
fun.
to drive
I mean,
a fucking 2020 Honda Odyssey. I hate it.
so it's not fun. Would you care if it was electric? I mean, who cares?
I don't
It's a
care.
Odyssey.
I don't want it to begin with.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Who cares? Now, do I think they should make Dodge Challengers and Chevy Camaros all electric? I mean, I don't see why they shouldn't have one, but they should also still make the gasoline engine because people don't buy
Oh
them.
God,
You know,
Robert,
they buy to have
Priuses
fun.
have become lawn ornaments around here, and I'm not kidding. They do. I've seen so many just sitting in somebody's yard with weeds growing up around them because they break, and then nobody has anybody to fix them.
They should be cheaper to work on now. Well, the first and second gen, no good. You know, the ones made 97 to 2004 is the first gen. 2004
Yeah,
to
I think it's the first gen that I see tend to be in people's yards.
Yeah, the third gen that's when they're actually good.
But the
good thing about them is you could replace each cell in the battery for pretty cheap instead of having to replace the whole unit now.
You see all these people, they're talking about how the cars are more environmental friendly, they put out less emissions, but the problem is they're not staying on the road long enough to outweigh the environmental impact it costs to make them.
Sure.
They're not even staying I keep going back to the Gremlin, Gremlins. You'd still find Gremlins on the road today. Not many, but
yeah, not many.
You got to think about it though. A Gremlin being on the road 20, 30, 40 years still had less of an environmental impact than it does just to produce some of these newer electric cars.
Yeah, well, you can say the same thing about the Yugo, but how many Yugos you see?
They were never popular here to begin with.
Yeah. Were they Gremlins?
Yeah. There's quite a few of them. But I mean, it's not even just Gremlins. I mean, it's most of the cars from that general area. Gremlins get it hit because they are so small. But the
technology is getting better. It's not, you're saying, but the technology is getting better. So 10 years from now, or 20 years from now, the cars they're making now will still be on the road. The cobalt and all that, yes.
It's not even just the cobalt. It's what they're making the interiors out of, and I don't care. It's newer cars share. I mean, the new gas powered, they're about the same too. It's in general. I mean, you got to think about what the cars were being made of in the 70s versus what they're being made out of now.
Steel,
gas or electric doesn't matter.
Long-term disposal costs when they're sitting in junkyards or wherever they go.
And you got to think about it. Like, look at all those freaking cars that just literally sit in fucking lots because they didn't sell their first year. Sell them. Even if you sell them at a discount, sell them because now they're just sitting in a yard waiting to be crushed.
Have you seen all the Ford F-150s sitting waiting on chips?
No, I didn't see that either. But yeah, well,
I mean,
it's computer problems in general. I can't upgrade my computer right now because it can't get the parts. All of the brand new GPUs that were supposed to come out this last year, you can't get them because they didn't.
Well, if you go to a local Ford dealer, there are probably no trucks there.
This truck just sat 3.5 weeks at a dealer because they couldn't get the damn exhaust clamp that holds the turbo downpipe into the one box.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Freightliner?
Yep. It went down Friday before Memorial Day, and we just got it back last Saturday. Because they're waiting on the clamp.
Has anybody gotten a new Xbox or PlayStation?
No, I've still got the one.
I've thought about getting like I said, you can't. All right, it's even bad. You can't even find the ones. I have a client at my work that has an Xbox 360, and he wanted to just upgrade to a one because now the ones are because the next gen just came out.
Yeah. So
the problem is you can't even find any used Xbox Ones.
They're around here. My nephew just bought one.
I can't get him one. And the thing is, it's a specific one. I mean, there's no point in getting.
Oh, you want to buy like the 1S or something?
No, I wanted to find him one with the 1 terabyte because everything's going.
That's the 1S that comes with a 1 terabyte.
It's not. But who cares about what Xbox? The black Xbox comes with a 1 terabyte too. It's just a 1 terabyte.
Oh,
edition.
mine only has 500 gigs, but I've got 10 terabytes connected to it, so I don't care about the 500.
But he can't. This is an IDD client. I'm trying to keep everything simple and whatever. He most of the games that he's getting anymore are going to be digital. There's no point in getting him only 5 gig because I put like 3 games on my 5 gig and it was full.
Yeah, right. The 500 gig is nothing.
It's useless.
But the 1,000 gigs isn't much more.
It's actually 12. It's 1,200 is 1 terabyte.
I mean, I could fill that up with like 4 games.
Well, yeah, but still, for him, what he's doing with it, he'd be fine with it.
Yeah.
He wasn't even looking for like a brand new Xbox. He just wanted a freaking a later gen Xbox One.
Sure.
And he wanted to still have the disk drive, which I don't think the S has a disk drive. But he still wanted it to have the disk drive so he could play his Xbox 360 games on it still. But yeah, I couldn't find him one. For like all the way until I'm probably sure I might be able to find him one now. I mean, you can find them on eBay, but the problem is I don't want to buy him one from eBay.
Well, there for a while after Christmas, you couldn't find anything because Christmas people, I don't know why, but during Christmas, people were just paying outrageous money for like, the PlayStation 5s and stuff. They were paying triple the price and stuff. I don't get it.
You couldn't get them because they weren't producing enough of them and because of the chip shortage. They still had the same problem as everything else. There was a chip shortage, so they weren't producing enough of them.
Sure.
Not to mention the fact that the factories and everything went down because of COVID, so there wasn't people in the factories to make them.
Make them, right. I get it. That don't mean I'll do it. I'm not paying extra.
Pilot's gonna have to tell him, if you want a true test on this, strap me to your machine, give me a tube of Vaseline and a Playboy and let her rip.
Did you send him a link, Cletus?
I did earlier when he first asked, though. I guess it didn't work. So, maybe I sent him a link to mine. It also depends on
where he's looking, because, like I said, you gotta open it in a browser. You can't open it on YouTube or Instagram.
Well, and I think I sent him a link to my live stream, which is not on right now. So.
Yeah. I mean, my link doesn't change unless I have to reset unless I have to create a new broadcasting, because I don't like you have to start a new broadcast every time you start a new one. I use the same broadcasting room every single time because I never go live. As soon as you hit the go live button, that link is dead. Because you're at the end of the live stream, that broadcasting room is dead. Whereas because I never go live, mine never.
I've been thinking about the next time I work on one of these cars or something. Just going live, while I'm working on it.
I used to,
and then just delete it when I'm done, or whatever. Where it's not.
People do it all the time. I don't watch. No offense, yours and Straight Six Fans are probably one of the few lives that I watch. I have ADHD. I cannot just sit in a room and watch a live. I can't do it. Being on one is different. I'm having a conversation.
You're engaged.
I cannot. I have trouble doing that, and it actually frustrates me when people that are doing projects and stuff go live.
Oh.
No. It's perfectly fine, but when they don't do a recap later.
Oh, I got you.
You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. Go live. Hang out with people while you're working on your car. It's awesome, but don't forget, you still should be putting out a 15-20 minute video like you normally would about the content that you covered, even if it's just walking around showing what you did after the fact, because you have people like me that can't sit there and watch a 3-hour live to watch what you did. Give it to me in a bite-sized chunk that I can watch, catch up with what's going on, instead of the next time I see your video, all this crap got done and it's like, well, what happened?
Sure.
I used to watch, and this is actually what caused me to stop watching his content. And it's not necessarily his fault either. But my friend Pete, SWRNC, he's that guy from Texas that had the auto body shop for years. He's one of the original YouTubers. Excuse me. He got to a point to where he was shutting down his one shop and moving to Moab, Utah, and starting a new shop up there. But he started doing a bunch of lives because he didn't have time to edit. When you're traveling between Texas and Moab, Utah all the frickin' time, and moving your whole life, you don't really have time to sit down on a computer and edit it.
Right.
At least not the style, the way he did it before. So I couldn't keep up with what his content was. And it's kind of like when you're watching a series on Netflix and you're watching it with your girlfriend or whatever, and then they binge watch it while you're at work. And then you come back and they're like, trying
to figure out where they're at.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, I've just lost all interest in the show, and you just stop watching. because you get.
Well,
I don't want to go back and try to rewatch everything because you've already seen it. Well, and it's kind of like what it is with the live streams. If the people like, it's annoying to me.
right.
Now I watch a channel called Skippy. He has some other things with it, but it's basically his main part of his channel's name is Skippy, and he does video game playthroughs, and he plays the same game we do, 7 Days to Die. Now he does do live streams through it, but it's normally live streams where he's like gathering resources to where he's not doing anything that's actually like entertaining. He's just, going out and gathering, materials to make whatever he needs to make in the game. But he always, when the first time he comes back after doing a bunch of those lives, he does a recap of, hey, this is what we did during those lives. This is what we accomplished, and then moves into what the current episode is.
Well, my plan was to not make a thing of it. Just when I'm out there doing whatever, changing the oil, whatever, nothing important. Just putting live on, just for people to watch live.
No, that's perfectly fine.
Some people just like watching live, but then not like the lives I have that I do on the once a month show. People can go back and watch them. When I do that live that I'm talking about, just working on the car, I'll make that private afterward.
Yeah, well, most of
because
those
nobody's going to watch that.
You can also do those on Instagram or whatever as well. That's what a lot of people do. They'll do those, just like come and hang out with me on Instagram or something like that, or Snapchat, or not Snapchat, but I see them do it on TikTok too. Those are more community, close-knit community platforms.
I don't know if it'll work for YouTube, and like I said, I've actually got plenty of watch time. I don't need the watch hours, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't need the watch hours either. It just is more just to
either it works or it doesn't.
Yeah. See you later, Iron Horse. But yeah, I mean, my podcast is just to keep myself relevant and keep my community together, the people that are here, until I can start producing content again. It's not saying that I won't continue to do the live streams, because I do kind of like them, but it's not the original reason I started doing them.
Right, of course. Well, I know Robert, he didn't see his comment, but he's saying you should come watch his the next time.
I'll try, but like I said, I have trouble. I have trouble getting into live. Either A, not getting the notification in time, or B, when I get the notification, I'm in the middle of doing something. Yours, I almost missed yours. I thought I missed yours, but I was at work.
Well, it went a little longer this time.
Yeah,
so.
I was at work. I was literally sitting in the living room of my group home. Now, granted, at 8 o'clock at night or whatever, it was actually live. I thought I missed it because I thought it was an hour earlier, and I thought you were posted the end of it or something. But I'm lucky all my guys had already gone to bed, so I'm sitting in the living room with nothing to do. So I played I hung out a little bit, but I ended up having to go and do some other stuff before my next shift came in, so I had to get off.
Well, I've got to verify it, but right now I think it's going to be Robert's Garage and Legacy Garage next month.
That should be good.
In July.
I've only missed one of yours, I think.
Okay, well, maybe.
I think it was
the one you were on.
It was the one right after mine, I think, that I missed.
Yours was last month, so that'd been this one. So maybe you missed the one right before it.
Maybe
with
right
just
before it.
It was supposed to be 2 people, but it turned out to just be Rockabilly.
No, I saw that one.
Oh, okay. You saw them all then.
Oh, okay. I missed somebody's. You missed somebody's at some point. I know
Nick's,
I did.
check them out, man. If you either like them or you don't, it's just hanging out. Garage shop.
Yours aren't much different
Nothing
than
important.
mine.
Yeah,
You have
pretty
a
much.
little bit more of a structure to yours, but
I have a little bit of structure just so I can kind of go back to the notes. And if you notice this last one, I'm kind of not staying so tight to it, but it's just so I can go back to my notes and say, "Oh yeah, I watched this on yours." What do you
like?
think?
Unlike mine, where it is literally just a free flow, you kind of need notes and you kind of need to have something just to keep it moving.
Right.
Especially when you're on a tight, like you want to keep yours like an hour-ish, like you were.
Yeah,
you
hour 20 minutes at the most.
Whereas mine, where we have hours to spend.
Yeah.
I don't have to have a big tight schedule. I mean, I kind of.
Well, I only do mine once a month, so I've got to keep it tighter time. That way, people aren't just I don't know.
I don't think yours are bad.
We'll see.
It's just I'm not really good at doing all of that pre-prep stuff. Even my regular videos aren't. It's normally I just go, let's see what I'm going to freaking get done, and then I'll make a video with whatever I get done. I don't have a script before I walked in. That's like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to film this, and this. It's go as I go. I mean, I don't have the attention span to sit there and try to plan everything the hell out, because also, do you tell me one time you've ever gone and worked on a car and it went exactly as planned, and it only took the amount of time you thought it was going to, and no longer, or you got it done quicker?
Very rarely.
You go in there, you're like, oh, it's going to take me 45 minutes. An hour and a half later, you're cursing in the fucking garage trying to throw shit the fuck around, and you've got like 4 broken bolts.
See, I usually happen the other way. I usually like have to take on a big project. I'm like, oh, I'm not looking forward to this. I get out there and it's like, oh, that was actually pretty easy.
Well, yeah, the big ones do. It's always the freaking stupid small shit that you think is going to be like freaking 10
Oh,
minutes.
yeah, you go out there and a bolt breaks or something stupid, yeah.
Well, I went to go when I went to go do the brake lines in the truck, it's got that shield that goes around the gas tank, the whatever. There's like 6 or 7 bolts that hold that thing on.
Yeah.
It's before I could drop the gas tank, because I had to drop the gas tank to get to where the brake line runs.
That sucks.
Because it runs inside the C channel next to the gas tank. And if I was just using regular brake line, sure, I would have gone on the outside of the frame rail and went around down the outside like the brake line that was on it. But I had stainless
steel. Just ran a whole new one, yeah.
I had brand new pre-bent stainless steel ones. They had to
go. They had to go that route.
Yeah. It wasn't that much of a bitch to drop the tank. The bitch was to drop the shield.
Did you replace the fuel pump while you were in there?
No, I already replaced the fuel pump right before the truck went down.
I was going to say, now the fuel pumps for them things are only like $30.
Hey, it takes me 20 minutes to get to that fuel pump.
You got a hole in the bed?
No. Pop the whole bed off.
It takes 20 minutes to pop a bed off?
6 bolts.
Huh.
It's 6. Huh. It's literally 6 bolts and the fuel tank filler neck.
The filler neck, yeah. Huh.
To pull that bed off.
You just pull it backward just enough to do it, or something?
You zip all the bolts out of the bed. You pull the bed. You pull the thing out, and then you just tip the one side up. You don't even have to pull the whole bed off. You don't have to like pull the bed off of the truck. You just need to pull it up off the frame, and it gives you plenty of room to sit there and pull that fuel tank, that fuel pump out right there on top without dropping the tank. Problem is a lot of people's trucks, the beds are so freaking rusted that they can't get to those bolts, so they just cut the bolt.
They do the bolts snap. Okay, I guess I haven't messed with it too much.
But yeah, no, mine came right off. It literally took us like freaking 20-30 minutes to get to the fuel pump. But otherwise, I would have just dropped the tank, because it didn't take me that much longer to drop the tank either. It took me longer to take the damn shield off than it did to drop the tank, because the tank was only 2 bolts.
Nix, have you tried just using your cell phone, man? I know when I had a GoPro, and I think I even had an action camera or something like that, some Wish camera before that, and I don't like them. But I just bought a actual like vlogging style camera. I'm going to see how it does.
Again?
Well, he was just saying he's about to chuck his action camera and buy a GoPro because it's quit recording.
A similar one to the one that I have. I don't
the little cheap blue one off which?
Mine's in my bag down in my car. Yeah, I have that the whatever.
Not putting cell phone in a race car. Yeah. Oh, on the outside, yeah, I get that. Probably a little too fast for that.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest putting. That's the whole reason of the action cams. If they get fucked up,
right?
You know, it's not that big of a deal. And if you fuck up a GoPro, GoPro will replace it. They have that's part of their. You know, if you fuck up a GoPro doing what GoPro tells you to do with it, as in use it for, they will replace it.
When I was doing 4-wheeler riding and side-by-side riding, I did a couple videos going through the mud and stuff. And I used my GoPro, and it was good for that, but good for like video and
it's good
car
for
repairs and stuff like that.
Put a regular camera. Some people use it as their main camera. I will not.
I just don't like how it's set up personally.
No, it doesn't bother me. It's just the sound quality's freaking horrible on them. But then again, you got to think about what it's meant for. It's not meant to be your main camera.
For going. Yeah, I get
it. It's meant for putting a camera where you don't want to put a camera.
put it so you can see the rear tires there and the burnout and all. I get it. I just,
because even though GoPro's $400 and some, they'll replace it. You try getting them to replace your freaking, high-end freaking, pretty camera. They're going to look at you like, well, you shouldn't have fucking done that.
Yeah, what are you doing? That's kind of like Snap-on will replace your stuff, but if you take like a Craftsman, which has a good warranty, and you tell them you're doing something professional level, they'd say, no, I'm not replacing it.
It depends. Craftsman 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, I should say, would have replaced it.
Well, now it's owned by Black & Decker. I haven't tried anything lately.
The last time
but your answer, I know my answer was always no. It's just home use, because you tell them you're doing any kind of commercial use, like at a shop or something.
They won't. You just said I broke it.
Right.
Duh. But even still, I went and I had one of their Black Edition Craftsmans, and I went to go trade it in, and no, they wouldn't go replace it with what I had. They wanted to replace it.
They want to give you a regular.
Yeah, and the thing is the black ones, they have a close ratio ratchet. I don't want one of the ones with less teeth in it, because that was the whole point. Give me what I bought. You're going to guarantee with what
replace it with this.
I don't
Maybe
care
they don't
if I have
make
to
it
wait
anymore
for you to give it in the mail. I want what I bought.
It might be better now. I know.
No,
now they're owned by Stanley. Really?
No, they have turned Craftsman into. Craftsman is now like the Ryobi. They're the low end.
Well, I've got some Stanley tools that I bought. In fact, it's my first tool set, and I still have them because
Stanleys.
Whenever they went bad, I just call them, and they just send me on a new one. They don't want the old one back, or no, they just send me a new one. I haven't
even bothered. If I've lost it or broken it, it's just like most of my big ratchets are still Stanley.
Yeah, that's the ratchet, and they replace them. My best ratchet, I've got Snap-on, I've got Matco, I've got the best ratchet I have is DeWalt brand. I don't know why.
I don't know. I just tend to freaking pick shit up at freaking yard sales and different stuff. I've bought 3 or 4.
I used to do that with
sets
Snap-on.
Of Craftsman, mainly because tools go missing or people borrow shit and never bring it back. And then by the time you look at it, it's like, well, all of the important shit that I fucking need isn't here anymore. By the time I go and buy each of those individually, well, I could have just bought a whole nother fucking set. So I have a whole bunch of freaking spares of the tools that I don't fucking use. Because I've had to replace my I bought the $300 or $500 fucking full sets. It's got the big freaking box, not the ones where everything's already in a box, but literally no, it's just a box full of loose tools and bags.
Oh wow.
Yeah. No, it's a full mechanic set. It's not meant to be, let me put it all in a case and take it somewhere. No, you're getting literally a box full of tools. A cardboard box full of little cardboard boxes full of tools. It's like 3 or 4. I think I got them for like $300 ish here and there, but I think they're actually worth like $500 because I got them on sale. But yeah, it's like I said, it's not their grab and go tool sets, which come with the plastic container with everything snaps into place. No,
right, them are good for like if you're gonna have a small one to keep in a car.
I keep them in my car, or if I have no, I won't even take them for a junkyard run. Oh. If I'm going to do a junkyard run, I will grab the tools that I think I need and throw them in a bag, because
I've got a tool bag,
giant case full of tools through the junkyard sucks.
Yes,
especially my junkyard is on a hill.
Ooh, they don't have the wheelbarrows.
They do, but they're like $25 to rent. No, fuck that shit. I'm going in there for $2. I don't even know if I'm going to find what I want. I'm not renting a damn wheelbarrow.
Hold on, you got to pay to enter, and you got to pay to use a wheelbarrow.
It's $2 to enter. $2 to enter free. To walk the freaking.
Oh, we do have one that's $1 to enter around here. I forgot about that.
Well, it's
most of them are free.
It's part of it to keep the people from, you got to think about it. How many people walk in there, freaking grab some shit, walk the fuck out without paying for it? The $2 entry fee kind of helps cover for some of that shit.
Cover some of that. Well, then, but we don't have to pay to rent the wheelbarrows or the engine hoist. They got the big engine hoist.
They don't have the engine hoist at this one. Obviously, it's kind of hard to have the big engine hoist if there's
A hill.
Yeah, it's. I live in a coal mine. It's on. Everything's mountains up here.
I got
You
you.
try finding a house that's on a flat piece of land up here.
So you don't pull transmissions and stuff there?
No. Well, I could. I've done it. I pulled the Dodge transmission out of a truck. Right. They have them on the cinder block. Things. They just put one end on whatever, and if you need the other end moved, you call one of the big guys with the forklift. They come up and they move it to the other. So it's teetering on the other side of the vehicle. And if you want to pull something like that, if it's something you think you can pull yourself, transmissions, sure, I'll pull them myself. To go up there, pull the freaking bolts, let it drop on the fucking ground, and off I go. I wait for the big school bus with the back half of it chopped off to come around, and I throw the damn freaking transmission up on the back of the school bus, and I ride up to the front. But if it's like an engine or something, no, you call them, you say, hey, this is the vehicle I want. They haul it up to the freaking shop, they torch it the fuck out, and away you go. They just torch the whole engine out. They cut the mounts.
That's crazy.
And then you just, but most of the engines that are in the yard, they're not running.
Oh.
They keep the running engines in a separate paddock. You're not allowed to pull any parts off of those vehicles.
Because they sell them as a unit.
They're selling the engines as a unit. Or
That's
whatever.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
So
they don't want somebody to take an intake off of one or something. They
right. If it's a running engine, no.
I got you.
I have pictures of me going through those. The videos of me running through.
I did a couple of videos of me going through the junkyard and stuff. You'll always see I grab a wheelbarrow though because they're free.
Yeah, no. I just grab a back. I have a backpack, like an over the shoulder tool bag. I'll just throw it over my shoulder and start walking. Where you bring your own like hand truck and you have your tools on the hand truck.
I've seen that.
But yeah, it's just or a bucket. I've seen a hand truck with a bucket. But yeah, you go through, and the yard really isn't set. I mean, I guess it's set up for a wheelbarrow. We have wagons, not wheelbarrows, but
yeah,
I'd probably get frustrated with it because then you get to points to where, like in the part that I normally go, there's not even paths. All the cars are just thrown down there because they're the cars that never leave the yard. So it's all the old cars. They're not lined up in nice, neat rows anymore. So you're climbing over cars and in and around cars. You ever freaking try to take a freaking wagon down through that shit?
I get it.
I just walk it. If I find something that I absolutely need or whatever, sure, I'll call I'll flag down the bus or the guy with the pickup truck.
I got you.
The yard cars.
Well, like y'all's are a little different, maybe a little bigger though. I don't know.
Let's see. You can see ours from the satellite big time.
Oh, ours is only like I don't know, maybe 200 acres.
This one's actually not even far from where I'm at now. I went too far. That's the main one that I go to.
It's good, what, 3, 4, maybe 500 acres?
It's huge.
I don't see a scale on there, but I bet you that's what it is.
Hold on. It's not going to stay on long enough, but yeah, centimeters about freaking 500 yards.
Yeah, it's big.
It's huge. It takes an hour to walk from one end of it to the other.
Damn. Oh, Nick says he got 20-minute ride from his front door.
That's the same
good.
one.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Pretty good, then.
Yeah, it's like 20-minute ride to that one. That's New Ringgold.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's another one up in Hazleton. There's so many of them around here. There's quite a few of them, and then there's some of the more private ones that are more of a private collection.
We've got 2 in Little Rock, one in Russellville, and maybe one or two more in the state. That's about it.
And we also have a Copart. There's a Copart literally
Copart,
like,
you
right
can't buy
around the
parts
corner
there. You
from
just
where I
buy cars.
work.
Can the public buy from Copart there?
I think you have to buy the online. Yeah, Coparts I think are the same everywhere.
There's the one here is private. You have to be a dealer to buy here.
Oh no, I think we can go. I can go. I have a Copart membership.
I know there's some. I was going to say I know there's some that let.
I have a Copart membership. I've gone through and looked at a few of them. But
you just had to pay your $100 a year fee or whatever.
If I start buying, yeah.
Yeah, but here it's dealer only. So.
I mean, you also have to put a deposit down or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever. And like I said, I haven't seen anything, especially for the low limit that they give you for until you put money down. They won't let you build. They only let you bid up to a certain amount.
I know Nick's is right here. Copart's a joke right now. Like the Avalanche, I want it for $1,200 and some change, but when I got it out, like paid all the fees and stuff, it was like $2,600. I'm like, God, this thing is not worth $2,600.
Yeah, no, that's stupid.
I was good at $1,300. I was good at $1,500, but yeah, when it got that high, I'm like, nah. That's the last one I bought at Copart. I don't know if I'll buy one unless it's a rare car.
The thing is I only want it because I want to find a wrecked freaking, I want to find a
Camaro or whatever.
Yeah, wrecked Camaro, CTSV. And I don't even care if the freaking vehicle will ever see the road again. I just want.
I like looking at the older vehicles they have. Like they had a '65 Mustang there the other day.
Those you gotta freaking worry about the people doing stupid shit to them, though. I mean, look at the one that.
Well, I can go look at them.
Did you see?
I put my little vest on. I can go in there and look at it, start it up, whatever.
Yeah, did you see the one Goon Squad just got?
Mm-mm.
They got a '67 Camaro, and it was supposed to have like an LS3 or something in it, and
sure.
others. Yeah, no, the engine that was in it was probably not the engine that was in it when it was wrecked.
Oh wow!
The whole one side of the
I usually don't buy wrecked ones either. I usually buy the other ones that are. I buy ones with good titles. I don't buy the bad title ones.
Right. Like I said, I think that this was wrecked and they pulled all their good shit at it and just threw, basically donor shit in it before Copart went and took it.
I know I wasn't happy on this Avalanche, not only because I paid all the fees, but also when I would pick it up, there was no gas in it. Like I had to go buy gas, and somebody took the battery. So I had to go buy a new battery too. So I was like, God dang.
The one that Goon Squad went and picked up, they went and picked up a truck, and the freaking loader put a dent in the freaking tailgate, and then they wanted to say that they didn't do it.
Yeah, even if it drives perfect, like if it starts running dry perfect, they still have to bring it out on the forklift.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Yeah, because you fuck up the whole button or side of the freaking truck sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. The Avalanche, keep going back to the Avalanche because I'm not happy with them. They crushed one of the Cadillac converters when they were moving it. So I had to put new cats on it.
And that's expensive.
Well, luckily, because GM, I bought some aftermarket ones for $120. Now, they're not, I don't know if they'll pass emissions or anything, which we don't have that down here, but it runs, so.
Well, I mean, up here, I don't even have to have a cat on my vehicle if it doesn't have to pass emissions.
But I made it I think I made it about a mile, and the truck just died, wouldn't start back. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I know this truck. I've already looked at it. Yeah, the cat was stopped up after that, wouldn't let it go because they crushed. Like, it was completely crushed.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really debating on whether or not I want to take the cat off of the Dodge.
It's money. It's money right now. They're high.
Yeah, it's just more of the fact of I already know that thing's going to sound so much nicer without that catalytic on it. Just cut it off and weld a freaking like a 3/4 inch extension on the back O2 sensor. Just pull that O2 sensor.
They pulled the cat off before they sell them at Copart? Dang.
No, they pulled the cats off of anything they sell in the junkyard.
I knew that. Well, he's saying at Copart. They might. I mean, they don't hear. People
I don't see how they can do that. If it's supposed to be a running and driving vehicle, I don't see them pulling the cats off of them. Unless it's some shady shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not saying they wouldn't. I wouldn't put
pull cats off of anything that Goon Squad freaking showed up with.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't put it past them, man.
But they're down in... Where the fuck are they at? They're down south somewhere. Like Louisiana-ish area.
Cletus still want a Fireball glass? What's a Fireball glass? Like Fireball the drink? Oh, you want a whiskey glass? I think that's what he's talking about.
You mean a rock glass or tumbler glass?
Maybe that's what he's talking about. And then Nick said, no, at Copart they pulled them off. Oh, yeah, I'll see if I can get you a whiskey glass made up, man.
I'd look into the reason why they did that shit. That might have been somebody pulling some shady shit.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right. But, I mean, they may. I don't know. That sucks. I wouldn't put it past them for somebody to do it. Like I said, they stole the battery on mine, and somebody stole all the gas. Because when I originally bid on it, it had a half tank. So, I don't know. And gas ain't that expensive here. I mean, it's not cheap as it was, but it's only $2.55. So
it's $3.09 up here.
$3.09 for regular gas?
Mm-hmm. Well, we have a 60-cent sales tax on it to begin with.
Oh, God. I thought
to help save our roads, which are horrible, that they don't seem to be, you know what I mean?
Oof.
Yeah, they tack on an extra 60 cents. And they're looking at trying to get rid of that and putting GPS in all of the vehicles, and they charge you by mile. I'm like, no, fuck that. I don't need a GPS in my vehicle for you to track me all over the place just so you can charge me a tax on it.
See, the Arkansas is the other way. They put a tax on gas. So when you pump gas,
yeah, that's what
there's a little bit of tax.
Normally.
But it's not that bad. It's like
60
a penny.
Cents. 60 cents a gallon.
Ours is a penny a gallon. But if you have an electric car, it's $300 a year. And if you have a hybrid car,
well, the reason why they want to try to change it over from the GPS is because of all the more fuel efficient vehicles hitting the road. You know, they don't have to pay as much.
Yeah, well, luckily, I'm saying luckily, I'm a disabled veteran, so I don't have to pay that. For my tags are free and everything, so I have to pay that. We got a hybrid. My wife has a hybrid car, and I don't have to pay it. So I was like, I don't want to pay that crap.
Yeah. All right.
That's dumb tax.
I think I'm going to have to close it up for the night. It's almost 1
Yeah, I'm starting to get tired here.
And so we will catch you guys later. We averaged pretty good. I mean, we were above 6 viewers all the way up until
most of the night. Yeah,
ago.
I think almost all the night.
Huh?
I know. I said I was going to think almost the whole time I've been on. It's been above.
We were as high as
close
12.
to 10.
We were as high as 12 at one point.
Robert says no dumb crap. Yeah, I know. Nobody likes electric cars with me.
You can ride your freaking little vacuum cleaner. Freaking go-kart. Your golf cart.
Hey,
I
like classic cars too, but I'd rather, if I was going to buy a new car, I'd want electric.
Yeah. No.
That's just me.
But all right, we'll catch you guys next week.
Yep. Y'all take it easy.
Maybe. Next week is 4th of July weekend, isn't it? I think it is. We may or may not be here next week. If you guys want me here next week, you guys better hit me up on Instagram. And
Sunday is the 4th, so
yeah.
I probably won't be on.
Because I have trouble with getting people to join the live stream up here on stage and having a good view. Obviously you guys in the chat on holidays. I've always
on 4th of July. It's a nighttime holiday too.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't think it's going to work out. But you play it by ear. I know
I
won't
make
be
sure
on.
that I got here tonight because I wasn't feeling the greatest earlier. I wasn't feeling.
It turned out to be a good show, man.
Huh?
Turned out to be a good show.
Yeah, it did. I'm glad I came. But yeah, so like, and I know I haven't done one in a couple weeks, and it's like,
yeah,
geez, if I don't do one this week, it's going to be another 2 weeks before I get to do one, and I don't know how it's going to be with, when we're going to be moving, and also with my staff being out, if I'm going to end up having to cover weekend nights because he was my overnight staff for the weekend, the one that quit.
Yeah.
So like, I'm lucky that I've gotten my overnight weekday staff to be able to cover the weekends. For now, I'm covering some of his overnights during the week. So that way he's not pulling 80 hours in 1 week. So.
I get it.
Yeah. So, we'll see how shit goes. But we'll catch you guys the next time I'm on.
Good night, everybody. Peace out. Good seeing you. Good hearing. Good chat. Hearing from you.
All right. See you guys.